Oh, wow.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey! Welcome everyone to the America's favorite, awesomest, most downloadedest, most women-filled arcade podcast on the planet. I'm one of your hosts, Mock the Magic Man, coming at you with our Christmas episode. Yay!
Merry Christmas, motherfuckers!
Wow.
I like that.
Yes. So we're a group of friends that like to get together once a week and talk about arcade games and what games we've gotten, what games we've sold, what games we're repairing, what games we hate, what games we love, and all that fun stuff.
Game pickup.
Oh, and game pickups.
Ooh, you talking about that?
Chris has a pickup. I think Carrie has a pickup too that she needs to talk about. So that's what we talk about here. And we talk about Christmas shit too. And Mandalorians.
Baby Yoda.
And
look what you did, you little jerk.
Taking shits and getting boners, that kind of shit, right?
That kind of boner.
It's hot.
All right. So how do you guys want to start the show tonight? I know eventually we're going to get to Carrie's and Jim's masterpiece.
Carrie, how about you talk
presentation
about your pickup? I think you've been
video.
trying to do
Yeah, how about you fix your microphone?
Oh no! You guys not hear me at all?
We can hear you. It's very quiet.
It's just a little on the quiet
I
side.
don't know if it's coming. The mic is
better?
on. Yeah, it was. I think you're using your headset mic. I think talk again.
Does that work? Is it on this? Or is it on this microphone?
No,
it's that one.
I think
Yeah,
you got it now.
Yeah.
Am I okay now? I think the volume was just turned down on it. That's all.
Yeah, we're good.
All right.
So, does everybody have their drinky poos tonight? I'm drinking a margarita with a Grand Marnier topped on the top.
Oh,
What are you
nice.
guys drinking? Yeah, thanks.
Five Farms Irish Cream. Carrie knows what this stuff
Oh
is.
man,
That's
I'm
good.
jealous.
I picked up 2 bottles because they don't think they're gonna carry it anymore. So because the lady was like, "Well, I think it's too expensive for the average because it's a small bottle." So I bought 2 so that I can bring one home for the holidays to share.
That name in Irish Jim, so I could buy some.
I was gonna have eggnog, but I like to cut it with milk. And I went to the refrigerator, and my daughter drank all the milk. I'm like, fuck.
Oh.
Guess it's I'm doing these instead.
Feliz
so.
Navidad.
Yeah. How about Andrew? What are you drinking?
Still doing La Fin.
Ooh.
The end of the world, or at least the end of the year.
Oh, that's from Montreal, right?
The end of the decade.
Oh,
If we get
from
Trump for
Montreal.
4 more years, it might be the end of the world. Okay. Leek, what are you drinking?
Newcastle Brown. I just finished it, so I gotta get another one.
Nice. Okay, good. And David from Buffalo, you doing Bud Light?
Yeah, Bud Light.
Ding.
Surprise, motherfucker! I had to force some non-Bud Light down over the weekend. If you saw that on our,
Oh no!
Oh,
That was
you had to
heavy.
force it down. Oh,
it was like tastes like coffee, and it was heavy.
What, Guinness or something?
Christmas is all about, Charlie Brown.
No, it was my friend's.
Not just regular Budweiser.
brewing contest.
Dave, what did you say it was?
My friend won a contest, and the brewery was brewing his beer, and they had a coffee and all this other stuff. So after I was done, I go, dude, I'm not gonna insult you if I don't get another one, am I? He's like, no. I go, well, what beer here is like a Bud Light? He's get that lager. He gave me some other name. It was more my speed. I mean, his wasn't the darkest thing I've ever had, but it's not my, quantity versus quality.
Right.
Gak, what are you drinking?
The same thing I start out with. What's on tap?
What's on tap?
Belching Beavers, Phantom Bride.
Phantom Bride. All right. How about you, Carrie? What are you drinking?
I will be drinking some wine as soon as I get a minute.
Okay. Go get a minute already. I wanted to do a toast.
Oh, okay. Let me go get my booze.
Get the hell out of here.
Yeah, because right now all I have is water.
Go get it. We'll wait.
Okay.
Mine's half empty. I'm gonna go and grab a can. Just so I'm
Okay. Seabar, what are you drinking?
Budweiser. It makes me wiser.
Sort of like Dave, but
Yeah, a little stronger.
oh,
It's a Festivus miracle.
Well,
So what should we talk about? Just, kill some time here.
Okay.
haven't heard that one yet this year.
I can quickly show you my Street Fighter snowboard that showed up.
Yeah, let's see it.
Oh yeah, let's see it.
Yeah. I'll whip it out here.
Whip that out.
You'd be well as whip this out.
What?
Oh my gosh.
What happened to the sound?
He's just not wearing his headphones, so he can't hear us.
I'm knocking everything over.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
shit.
Wow.
There goes your speaker.
Crazy.
Oh, shit.
Suspense is terrible.
Hope for the last.
I can't set this anywhere.
That thing's. That's cool.
He's huge.
Turned out pretty sweet,
That's
huh?
what she said.
Yeah, that looks
Yeah.
good.
Wow.
It turned out fucking awesome. Like
If I could snowboard, I'd have one.
I was really impressed with how it looked like, how the print came out. So
Yeah, it looks good.
I'm pretty pumped. So
Was that a lot? It was like $500 more.
no,
less?
it was like after shipping, it was like $840.
I'm way off. Okay,
You're a Samsonite there.
I'm 80s prices.
Well, like 500, you can spend that on just your run of the mill snowboard pretty easily. But since this is a custom one that they designed to spec, and then plus the custom artwork, so actually, I feel like to me this was less expensive than I was anticipating. I was expecting to spend way over $1,000 pretty easily.
That could have gone to your pinball table. Oh, I said table. Fuck.
$1 for the table jar.
I'm not worried about that. Yeah, I've had the same board for like let's see, I got my last one in the year 2000, so I've been long overdue for a while, and I've wanted to do a custom one ever since I discovered that they exist.
Yeah, no, that's
'cause
really cool.
Because Andrew can relate large feet and like everything that you see. Only now have they started other companies, but even so, like what they consider to be a wide board is not really that wide.
Yeah, just wide enough if you got like size 12 feet.
Yeah, and 12, that's a good point, because like 12 is like where you can find like boots. Like
Yeah.
you have to almost like you're limited. You have to order your boots and stuff online as soon as you're looking for something larger than size 12. So that kind of puts things into perspective with what they consider. Like I was always like, man, I wish I had small, like I was just shorter, for the purpose of snowboarding at least.
Yeah, makes a big difference. The short guys have always had it easier when it comes to snowboarding.
Just like gymnasts.
Lower center of gravity.
Yeah, that helps too.
Oh. Anyways.
What happened to Dave from Buffalo? He's taking a shit.
Gary was just taking
a shit.
Yeah. Do I have that on here? I'm stuck on my Christmas. No, I don't have that one. So funny. What are you guys doing in there? Oh, Gary was just taking a shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's Dave.
It's just a close up.
Yeah, and he's laughing. It's a quick like
this.
5-frame thing. Yeah, he's like laughing and his face gets slapped.
He's got this big open smile. He's like, and just.
Yeah, I watched that the movies that made us. On the Home Alone one I watched.
Oh yeah.
And I was amazed to know that like John Hughes was like a writing maniac. I didn't know that he just gave scripts out and sold them all over the place, like, and didn't direct them. I didn't even know that. So
how
like,
the fuck can he write?
He would
so
crank out
fast,
a
too?
whole movie over a weekend. That is fucking insane.
Yeah,
it wouldn't even need a rewrite. He would just sell it right after that.
And that'd be something like Breakfast Club. It'd be something like that was a big hit too. It wasn't even like a big piece of shit.
No, yeah,
he's like the Stephen King of screen.
Yeah,
yeah,
and his endings are pretty good.
And I didn't know he wrote Home Alone either. I had no clue he wrote that.
Yeah,
I mean, I love the story with Warner Brothers. Like only gave him $10 million, and they're like anything over, they're like, nope, close it down, we're done. And then
Yeah,
in the
we just
meantime,
watched that.
Hughes knew that they were going to do that, and made
He's
a
all
deal with
prepared for
Fox. That was so awesome. I like he had to follow the executive behind him, like, no, don't close up shop.
Don't pack
You're
up.
picked up by Fox. He had to go to like 20 buildings to tell everybody, nope, don't pack it up.
All throughout that
good.
school, that abandoned school that they set up shop in. Yeah.
And
I knew
the
about
flooded
that.
area was flooded area was like next to the pool, so it could just roll into the pool.
If you found all that stuff interesting, there's a lot of stuff on the Blu-ray that complements that stuff that they didn't show, like that behind the scenes footage where like the director's talking to Macaulay Culkin about like, we're doing a dolly show, he's going,
that was cute.
There's a shit ton of footage like that, because he basically had a camera he was running around with, a video camera, and so there's a ton of behind the scenes stuff.
That's neat. Okay.
And
cool.
The commentary is really good. It's the director and Macaulay Culkin, so
that's cool.
It's really good. Yeah, it's highly recommended. You could probably pick the Blu-ray up for like under $10.
Yeah, I remember when that came out on VHS. It was like a big release. Like, I was Home Alone, and it was like advertised everywhere. Go to Blockbuster and.
I was just talking to Carrie about this, about how, remember back when in the VHS days when it took like a whole fucking year before the movie was out on a medium that you could buy.
Yeah.
Yes.
And now
sometimes
it's like,
only rent
it's like a
before
month.
you buy. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can only rent it for like a couple weeks sometimes, or a month.
Yeah, that whole fucking shelf where you hope that there's one. Oh, no plastic cases.
Yeah. Oh man. And then you check the return box. Oh, it's here. We got it.
Yeah. No, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
So I got a good start. My coworker told me about like renting videos and stuff, going to Blockbuster, and he said he spent 20 minutes in the section looking for trains, planes, and automobiles.
Oh yeah.
But he was looking in the letter T for trains, planes, and automobiles, but it's actually planes, trains, and automobiles.
Oh, it's
he spent
planes,
20 minutes.
not trains.
He spent 20 minutes looking at all the titles and reading through them all. And it's like, why isn't it here? And then he asked someone, and they're like, "Oh, you mean planes, trains, and automobiles?" And it was like 20 feet to his left. You're like, oh shit.
Whoopsie.
Whoops.
Well, I remember at the video store the excitement of seeing the cartridge. It's like, yes, there's the for the box that you want, and you get up there and no tape there. It's just the empty.
Yeah.
That was like always heartbreaking. Like, oh, come on, is it there? Is it there? Oh no, it's just the empty box.
Yeah, it'd be like a little letdown.
Yeah, you totally.
Hey, Seabart, did you post in Clove that this is our Christmas episode tonight?
He did.
Yes, I did.
Oh yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, awesome.
So it went up on our Facebook page and as well as our post on Clove.
Okay, cool. All right, everybody, raise a glass.
All right.
Hey, here we go.
So I just want to give and anybody can toast after me. I just want to give a toast to all my buddies here on Arcade Hangout. It's been a great 5 years, I guess we've been doing this now.
5 years.
Wow.
I just want to say I love you all, and I wish y'all you guys great health and an awesome next year. And let's get some more awesome games.
Yeah. Cheers.
Yeah.
That's what Christmas is all about,
Cheers.
Charlie Brown.
Oh, cheers.
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 What are you doing?
Isn't there anyone who knows what Christmas is all about?
Carrie, is that wine? Red wine?
Yes.
Okay.
12 of our subscribers and loyal
You see my
watchers.
upturned finger in the wine? I'm classy.
Oh,
I'm a classy dame.
Yeah, stick that pinky out.
Hold on. There we go. Pinky
I
out.
did buy a bottle of wine too, but I don't have a never too hungover, so I got to be careful.
Oh.
Hey, Jim, when you get a moment, type what you're drinking in IRC so I can buy that later.
That's good.
I did. I posted it
Oh, you
right
did?
after you asked me. Yeah, it's Five
Holy shit,
Farms
you're proud
Irish
of it.
Cream.
My bad.
To all of
Here,
our
I'll
live
post it again
viewers,
here.
thank you for sticking with us all these 5 years. We don't know why you're
All
still
5 of
here,
you?
but yeah, all 5 of you.
One per year.
To the boys and girls in IRC, cheers to that computer.
Yeah.
Thank you for putting up with us, and Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and Happy Holidays, Hanukkah, whatever else you do.
The whole package.
The whole package.
The whole
Festivus for the rest of us.
Festivus.
Festivus. Woo.
Yay.
Yay.
Hallelujah.
So my only
Oh.
downfall of being in my basement with my arcade, which you guys probably never see, is the connection is a little kind of iffy down here because I'm in the basement. So.
But it's cool to get to see your arcade space.
Yeah,
You're right. We never.
never
like
see it, yeah.
Did you call out the red room?
Yeah, red room.
Oh yeah, it's all Grinkers.
No,
like,
I don't.
Two lights, and I named the theme Grinkers, so it turns all red.
Is that Space Invaders in the corner over there?
Yeah, that's Space Invaders.
Nobody puts Space Invaders in the corner.
Because it's not working. That's why it's in the corner.
Nobody puts Space Invaders in the corner.
Yeah.
I like in that documentary too. He's like he hated that line.
Holy crap!
Space Invaders.
Never seen the windows like this. Yeah.
Track and field, Nappy, Centipede. Off cam is Burger Time working, and then I have Rolling Rock. I think it's called
Rolling Thunder.
Yeah, Rolling Thunder. It's in a Tetris cap, and then I got a Vanguard.
The beer version.
The beer version.
Rock. Yeah. Sorry, you had beer on my mind.
Ladies and gentlemen, we haven't seen him in a while.
Wow.
But one of the founders of the Arcade Hangout is on live with us right now.
Hey.
Orange Whip joining us live in his arcade.
I don't think he can hear us.
You know what's weird is we were just talking about Space Invaders.
He's just not impressed. That's all.
Yeah, exactly.
It's Orange Whip's
No, I
fault
can
we're
see
all
the
here.
I can see the game in the background. Moving.
Wait, he's moving.
I think he doesn't have. I think
He is
doesn't hear us
alive.
yet.
Someone poke him with a stick.
Yeah.
Call him. Call his payphone.
I wish we could make people big like we used to be able to.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's loud in the arcade.
You can hear us, Brad. Nod.
Yeah.
There he is. Oh, Space Invaders shirt. That's great.
Looking much like most of our viewers at any given time.
My hat. Right there.
You better not start beating off.
Oh my God! Do you remember the year? I like the humbug noise squeak. It was the year that a certain guest was on a hotel bed picking his nose. I think that it was actually the Christmas video too.
Oh no!
It's 2 years ago.
Memories.
Wow.
It's weird.
He's Mr. Whip.
You know he's being recorded.
Can you hear us?
It's like, could someone remind him that we're live right now?
Yeah.
Someone hit a text to him or something.
No, just do a text or
He's digging in his nose.
Andrew, quick, show him your nipples.
Scratching his crotch.
Or nipples.
No nipple showing tonight. We gotta keep it
You can
classy.
see her nipples.
Yeah, that's right.
I want to see her nipples.
But this is a Christmas show.
Well, Charles Dickens would have wanted to see her nipples then.
What the hell is that from?
You can hardly see them nipples.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, these guys are really looking.
No audio.
No audio, Brad?
I wonder if we had the highest
hablo
view count last
inglés?
week.
What game is over his right shoulder? What game is that?
Yeah, what
That's
is
Ninja Gaiden.
Oh, okay.
Sweet looking. With the rain.
It looks cool in the background. It makes me
Rain,
Clint has been studying
the
it
rain.
for days.
And then we have a Simpsons, and then is that a Star Wars over there? That marquee, is that a Tempest over his right shoulder? What is that?
You'll get nothing and like it.
It's too red now.
Oh no, there he goes.
Well, maybe he'll
Take
be able to
two.
reboot and then.
So hey, we got.
It's our Canadian Connect internet up here. It's absolute crap on a good day.
It's a
Canadian internet. We suck.
We got Clinton here, but he and I are still.
Yes, I've been in here.
You and I are C.
Cat.
Sorry, I'm a dry
Clint.
person. I don't have a glass to raise.
No, it's fine. Are you an IRC though? I was gonna opt you. I don't see you.
No, I'm not on
He's
IRC.
He's not there.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
That's where we're all at.
Only I didn't say fudge.
No, I'm just in here.
All good. Someone
He's
call
in it to win it.
Someone call Buffett, man. Tell him to get his ass in here.
No,
I
we
tried
want
DMing.
Helicopter Jesus. Come on now.
Well, they can all
I think I got his phone number.
It's his
Maybe you know what? I'm gonna call him.
Yeah,
live.
that's right.
So this episode is going to be the.
Happy birthday!
So is this episode going to be like the ghosts of Hangouts past? Just random people that we haven't seen in a long time?
I tried getting Adam one circuit in. Well, you saw his response where he
Yeah.
has to get up early in the morning. Yeah, but he sends his love to everyone.
Saving lives.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's probably
Not
doing
being a
something
good
like
He's
real.
not saving lives. No excuse. Get in
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. That's the only excuse we accept. Yeah.
Or building a well, or fighting off giant mosquitoes, or hornets, or whatever the heck they were.
Or giant freaking
Size of your
Colombian
fist.
I'm calling
hornets.
Buffett live, guys.
He lives the movie volunteer.
Oh, he's not going to answer.
Are you sure?
He probably isn't awake yet.
What's up, man?
Hey, Buffett, how you doing?
Ah!
Why can't you grow an ass?
What's going on?
Hey, you're live on the Arcade Hangout. We all want you here.
Well, all right.
You guys hear us?
It's the Christmas
It's
show.
that
Tell
easy.
him.
Another
Tell
enthusiastic
Tucker
guest.
Jesus.
It's the Christmas show.
If you
All
can't
right,
work late,
well,
I
we're
can't
live,
work
Buffett.
late. If I
We
can't
just
work
all wanted
late,
to wish you a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays if we don't see you.
Well, same
I like
now,
the echo.
all right, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, etc. Whatever you follow.
All right, man. Tell Helicopter Jesus Boonga Boonga, okay?
Give him a boonga boonga from all of us.
I call Buffy. He doesn't pick up the
He's not
phone.
joining us.
I
but there
know,
you
right?
go.
Yeah,
You have a special number, Gleek?
yeah apparently.
I
Gleek-
do.
Yeah.
He
He
answers
didn't,
pick up
he didn't
number and-
recognize Gleek's number.
Yeah.
He won't pick up when I call him.
Yeah.
But
Maybe
to
he's
email
got
us,
him
he'll
listed as
respond.
like a paying customer where none of the rest of us are. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like
I gotta
the-
send him
the-
$1 first
Like the Bob Roberts blacklist and shit.
for him to even talk to me.
All right, well, there's Buffett for you.
All
Hope you
right.
can hear him.
Heard him.
We're having an orange whip.
Having audio issues.
Poopy
man.
pants.
Oh.
My audio isn't working.
Not really.
I think it's almost time for Carrie to talk about her pickup.
Yeah, although
long
you know,
overdue
well,
pickup.
of course.
Yeah, Carrie,
I just
go
got,
ahead.
I just got the text that my daughter's not going to be home for dinner, so I need to save it from the oven because I've dinner
All
in
right.
the oven. So
We
somebody
will,
else.
we will
This is why I don't
entertain
end up
it.
ever talking about because it's like, wait, I got to save dinner because that's always like 8:20.
Save dinner.
Yeah. All right, I'll be right back.
Let's save that
Take
dinner.
the veterans.
Orange whip. Do you hear us?
Orange whip. Can you hear us?
Hey, Pat.
Sign language.
Sign language.
Can
Hello?
you speak?
I
I
don't
Sometimes
know.
need
the
more. I
preferences-
need more Canadian support here.
Sometimes the preferences in Zoom is a little bit weird trying to find all the audio.
It
You know,
took a
I
bit- it took a
I
bit
find
for
that
me
the
too.
little wizard at the very beginning is
Just
is
call
key.
in. Use the phone.
I always
number,
use
just
that
call
to
in.
test my audio first before
Yeah.
Joni.
And you can always do that in the preferences again.
Ah, yeah. Wow, this is
I had
we've
I had
never-
to tap a button that said, tap to unmute. I'm wondering if he forgot to do that.
Well, but it doesn't sound like he
give it a
can
little
even
tappy.
hear us.
Yeah, he should be able to.
Yeah,
at
Brad,
least
can you hear us? Nod your head or wave or something, Brad. See, I don't think you can hear us.
Yeah. See, that's what happened to me as
Whip,
well.
whip,
I had
if
to,
you can hear
when
us,
I,
go.
He was. You
yeah,
were muted
when
when you first
yeah,
joined.
when I tapped to unmute, that's when I could actually hear you guys and you could hear me.
Oh, bizarre.
Right, but see, if you look at Carrie's screen, she's got the little microphone with a cross through it at the bottom, so we would be able to see. And C-Bar's the same thing. We could see. If
Oh,
she
right.
muted.
Yep.
Definitely not muted.
It means their mic's not hooked up to the meeting yet or something like that, or it's having problems.
It's not it like
Mic
in the
muted.
preferences maybe.
Mic muted.
No, it
so
doesn't
it's
mean they're
Alt-A.
muted. It means
He
their
should be
mic's-
able to click the little arrow down by his mute button
Yeah,
and
that's how I
select
do
select his
mine.
microphone and select his speaker.
Right.
Yeah. On the bottom left side of my
Mine,
monitor.
mine is ginormous, if you know what I mean, because like I've got all of this fucking equipment.
If I know what you mean.
Yeah, that's right. You know, like if I here, I can
can't
share
confirm or
baby
deny
phone.
that.
Oh, that's weird. Okay, so look at this shit.
Uh-oh.
Look at here's all my options.
Oh yeah, let's do it. Let's see it.
That's a lot of porn.
That's
I don't see shit yet.
oh here it doesn't share. It doesn't actually share the controls. Oh, it only shares
can,
my.
But you have to tell it to.
Keto.
Oh, that sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah.
You're doing the keto diet. You're doing the opposite of the Jow diet.
Arcade Danger made it in tonight.
Wait, what's
howdy. Do you have a drink?
What's the Jow diet?
Hey,
Potatoes.
buddy, how's it going?
No meat and all carbs.
Holy jeez.
That's, I think.
No,
No
at
meat
all.
and no carbs, or
No,
all meat and
all
all
carbs,
carbs?
like lots of
No meat.
carbs.
Oh yeah, no
Lewis,
thanks.
do you have a drink with you tonight?
I need to get something. I think I'm gonna go with one of my whiskeys.
Go
Hold
get
on.
something
it.
because we're doing toasts tonight.
It's Christmas. Get the whiskey.
Well, you can't
Brad,
drink
what the fuck's
arcade.
going on? Fix this shit.
Yeah, this is depressing.
Paging Vancouver. Vancouver, can you hear us?
This is what happens when you only connect in every 6 months.
This is Ontario calling. Vancouver.
Is this might be his first time?
It's a
Oh, so he said he had a new computer.
It is. This is first
With the
on
Zoom.
Zoom too.
Yeah.
That's what I'm picturing Brad doing is cursing, just like the dad in Christmas Story.
Oh, blast
Freckle,
it.
freckle, second.
Cursing like Joe Pesci in Home Alone.
Oh, that was funny. Now I knew about that. They talked about in the commentary that he would make up gibberish. He had to make up stuff to actually say, so that because of the swearing and the cursing.
Because he would slip out swears. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
That
what
movie
he's used
should
to
they
doing.
should have made that a rated R version of that movie.
Where they get hit in the head and it leaves blood squirting out of their
Oh yeah.
temple.
Like especially in the second one where they die like 47 times. They should have died. Like one brick to the head, you're dead.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
that sort of-
Did you see on Node?
Brick to
There's
the
a channel.
head.
There's a
Yeah,
channel on
yeah.
YouTube called Node, and they
Nice.
they took Home Alone and they took scenes from
Love
that
food.
and they made it where it'd be like R-rated, where they would get super hurt, where blood would squirt out. And stuff. It'd be funny.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, you know, he's walking and he steps on the nail. Well, they did a special effect where the nail goes through his
Goes through
foot,
his foot.
and he pulls. They do a special effect where the foot pulls away and splits it like a banana,
Oh, Jesus.
just to make it really
Yeah.
gory. It's like a gory version of Home Alone. Or you know, when the kid shoots Macaulay Culkin shoots him when he's coming into the doggy door, he shoots him in the face and it leaves like this explosion. He like it's real bullets. It's pretty funny. Check it out. Node. It's called Node.
Node. Huh.
Dude,
YouTube.
If
They're
I
pretty.
confession,
I probably would type in nude.
I had not
Yeah.
seen Alone until 2 weeks ago.
Wow.
What?
Oh,
Have you seen
welcome to
Star Wars,
America.
too?
Yeah.
Wait, what scotch are you drinking there? What is that?
Oh shit!
Wait, you gotta talk though. I
What the
can't see.
hell?
Oh,
You
nice.
gotta speak up.
Toshan.
Yeah, that's hard to pronounce. It's
Oh,
not
that sly grin would
very
work.
expensive and it tastes awesome.
Gleek, switch to gallery view, then you can see everyone all the time.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
gallery view? How do you
Yep.
do that?
Yeah,
Top right
we
corner.
call
Top
it
right, yeah.
Brady Bunch view. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
new to that whole Zoom thing too. I hate it.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
still
hey.
getting the hang of it.
All right, I like the gallery. This is nice. Okay, I can't wait to.
I'm pretty used to it. Like
You
going
do
back to
this, you can
Hangouts
go,
would be tough.
Hey, Mock.
What's up?
A34. How's it going?
Yeah.
Jimbo's over here.
Each
Oh,
each of our own views is different though.
everybody's
Like,
below. Yeah.
Andrew's on
I go
that
by-
side of
I
me,
go-
and
I-
Gleek is on that side of me.
Oh, that's
Go by YouTube. Me.
Parts
Yeah.
below me there.
I go by YouTube.
Bach, you're over there.
But I think my
And
view is the one that's
Buffalo's
in
over there.
YouTube.
Everybody's into somewhere else.
So on YouTube, it's on the top row, Gleek 34 Jimbo. The next row down is Dave, Chris, and Mock. The next down is Louis, me, and no camera
On
means
YouTube, it
no
only
view.
shows one person who's getting highlighted, right? In the yellow box.
Yellow box.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the view that I'm using. The
Hey, Louis, are you on IRC? I'll off you. Where you at?
who? What?
What?
Did you say Louis?
Yeah.
Danger.
Nope, I'm on RT yet. I can see if I can open up another window.
Oh boy.
That's how everybody looks to me.
Ah, the picture.
Yeah, it's stacked via
The no
6.
camera in the bottom
Seven.
corner is probably either me or Carrie.
Yeah, your guys are great.
It's
About a
actually
15
both of you
second
right
delay
now.
on YouTube.
Yeah.
This-
lovely.
I need more of this. Maybe I should switch to wine. I don't know. Actually, this is only like 17. It's 17%. The Irish cream. Maybe I'll do one more.
Oh, I'm going to switch to
Budweiser.
just another can.
Good.
Why?
I don't know where it got in.
Well, I got something I want to share, but hopefully Carrie can share hers here. Oh,
She's
she got
muted.
You go first because now I'm sitting here eating. So
You sure?
and yeah,
All right.
oh yeah, God,
Are
mine's
you-
quite frankly, mine's so old. It's like whatever. At some point,
Okay,
It's all
I
so
already
Go for it.
sold it.
so I got to go back 2 weeks ago. only 2 weeks ago, in the chat, Mean Green, fan of our show, in there, he mentioned a game, and I was like, oh shit, I have to get this. And so
really,
let's see.
A network.
I'm just gonna play the sound
sale.
first to see if you guys recognize it.
I recognize it.
Nope.
That's
Don't
in the
recognize
game?
it.
No.
Yeah.
No.
It's not
Okay, here.
Dance Dance Revolution.
Close.
Oh, is this a multi-touch?
What is
Come
that?
on,
No way!
baby.
Come on, baby.
Heck yeah.
Oh, the baby.
I gotta come on,
What?
baby.
No. Oh my God, that's awesome.
Heck yeah.
We talked
Where
about
is
that
it?
years ago.
Where is it?
So, all right. Well, I'm gonna walk around here. There was an issue. That was literally like an hour ago running, and then while I'm got it running, the monitor went out, and it's like
no
glow on the neck. but
Monitors
the
are your
game boots.
specialty. It's all good.
Yeah. So I'm gonna turn this around here. Let's see if I can do this right.
Uh-oh. Here's the
I'll
monitor
point the
dies.
camera over
Okay,
there
Gak.
just so you can see it.
If we ever do
Yeah.
another tournament, you're going in the back, and we are making you do a cap kit. Just saying.
Right? Yeah.
We will pop your cherry.
Here.
You will cap a monitor.
Cap a
guys hear
monitor
me?
cherry.
Tournaments are my specialty.
Lost my
Oh,
mic.
sorry, I forgot. The almighty Clint was here. Yes.
Alexa,
Sorry.
arcade, white.
Yeah, I got that too.
Alexa, set arcade to white.
I got my mic turned on.
There you go.
Can you guys see
Alexa,
Look at that baby.
order 200
Look
pool
at the
noodles.
baby.
So it's kind of a stretch here, trying to reach over to show it, but
Google.
But yeah,
Turn lights white.
I got it last Thursday, and didn't get much chance to work with it. There we go.
That's super awesome.
Nah.
Wow.
So, yeah, I mean,
Gotta come on, baby.
How fun is
talk about a
that?
rare game.
I
you
want to
know?
play it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I've only
Party
seen
at
that game
Gax.
once.
Damn.
Yeah. So in the I try not to make a mess here.
Uh-oh.
Knocking everything
Spiller.
over.
We got a spiller.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. Let me set this up right. Wasn't prepared for this. Okay.
Clean up on table 3.
Don't worry about that. Empty can fell over.
Oh,
Jesus
thank you,
Christ.
dear God.
So yeah, I mean, I've only seen the one at California Extreme.
Yeah.
And I tried to do some Google searching, and I think I may have seen one sell like in the last few years that was on the East Coast, I want to say. But other than that, I have not seen any. Yes, I mean, I can't imagine there's that many of them in the United States, especially.
Yeah.
My local arcade had one about 10 years ago. I
Really?
don't know if they still have it.
Okay. So
XD
Yeah,
had one.
I've never
Did he?
seen one out in the wild. That's
Right.
crazy. That's so cool.
yeah.
Very
So and then doing some more research on it, it's like so it's a Korean game that came out in 2000 by what is it? X Potato Company. EX Potato Company. That's the brand.
Potato.
Yes.
Ah,
So in the year 2000, they came out with that machine. And then in 2001, they basically did a sequel that I think was a kit you could do in the same machine.
Boonga boonga.
And it was like the Winter Olympics or something like that. Come on, baby, Winter Olympics, something like that. And then just trying to do some more searching around online, it looks like they were developing kind of like a Street Fighter-ish type game with the same characters. And it was like Come On Fighter or something like that. And so there's just a flyer, but no game. So they flopped in 2001 or 2002, I'm guessing. But yeah, there's like no documentation anywhere for this game. And I was worried.
Their branding is like "come."
Yes, I know, right? And of course, then the characters seem kind of inappropriate too. The caricature.
Yeah, I think there's one of them where I wasn't that the one where like one of the characters will basically take his diaper off.
Yeah, at
Yes.
the end, I think it
Yeah.
falls
At
out.
the end of the race and drops the diaper, and you can see a little bit of the frontal nudity, and he
Yeah.
turns around
Yeah,
and see
they-
the bare bottom.
You can actually see a wiener on it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Digital
Yeah.
wiener.
yeah.
So very
Orange
good.
whip,
baby.
Orange whip.
It's a baby
Oh,
wiener.
God.
It's even grosser.
Oh.
I don't know how they let Seabird through with audio.
So when I first got it though, I went to power it up and it was like nothing. I'm like, oh shit, because it was fully working before I, had it sent to me.
Sure, it was.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh shit, there's no keys. It's locked up.
Oh no.
And so I was able to unscrew the back panel and kind of pry it open, and of course the keys are on the floor inside it.
Naturally.
But there was $6.75 worth of quarters inside
Yeah.
it, and
Woo!
it's basically a
Making your money
PC.
back.
So it's like
Oh,
it's a Windows 98 based software,
Wow.
and it's got a PC in there with a video card and all that, and that goes out to. It looks like some of the harness goes to a circuit board, which is probably like kind of like a JPack or something. And those go to the controls and the monitor, and then there's a sound amplifier, like a separate sound amp that goes to the speaker. It's really booming system. But yeah, so it's a hard drive. It's a a regular hard drive on it, and that's what I was worried about. You move those around, and what if it gets corrupt, and then you're screwed. Like how do I? There's ROM files.
Yeah, we're gonna find the image of that hard drive.
The image of it, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can find ROM files and you can play it in MAME, but I don't know. I doubt it matches exactly what's on that hard drive.
That wouldn't be a bad idea if like one of your sons who's tech savvy to clone that hard drive right now.
Exactly. I already did that actually. Yeah. So I actually brought it to work, and we had it's a IDE cable connector where the newer hard drives are SATA or whatever.
SATA. Yep.
So I got an IDE to USB, and then I backed it up onto my computer, and then I put it onto a SD card. It was a 4.3 gig hard drive, but it's actually about 1 gig, the file. Yeah. And you can see like Windows 98 logos in it and stuff. But I already ordered I guess the best way to do it, that's basically the precursor to an SD card, is the
IDE to compact flash.
Compact flash, there we go.
Compact flash, yeah.
So I ordered that on Amazon. I should be getting those tomorrow. And then I put it on the compact flash, test that. If that's good, I'll just run it with that. I did that with my Rush the Rock a long time ago too, actually. And yeah, that's basically turns it into a solid state, basically, right?
Yeah. I'm reading Necros in the chat, and he's like the few seconds behind us because like we'll say something. Let's say.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah.
So yes, a huge thank you to Mean Green in the chat.
Yay, Mean Green.
Yeah.
Oh, that's who you got it from. Oh, cool.
Yeah. So he actually posted it in the chat 2 weeks ago, and I was like, holy shit, send me an email right now. And so
he had it. He owned it.
No, it was on Facebook Marketplace.
Oh shit.
And yeah.
Oh wow.
Get this, $200.
No fucking shit.
Fully working.
Wow, that's awesome. That's amazing.
Now the cost to get it to me was quite a bit more, but we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, I know, but still, though.
Yes.
Because it's a big.
You know what? If you sell that at CAX, you could easily get like maybe $2,000, maybe.
No, I'm pretty sure the one I saw that sold was over $3,000.
There you go.
So,
damn. I'm sure you spent maybe $300 or $400.
It's so obscure. Yeah. All that Japanese shit. Like,
hold on.
Yeah. So Ryan Green, huge thank you. I owe you some beers. If we ever meet up.
Go find us a lover boy next.
So yeah, he basically forwarded me the contact information, and then I dealt with the seller, and
that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So
that's awesome.
I contacted him that Wednesday. And the following Thursday, I had the machine in my hand. So
he's in IRC chat.
Yeah.
I remember you were worried that you weren't going to get that until like after the new year.
Yeah. I was like, oh man, I hope I can show it. It's unfortunately it stopped working, but who knows? Might have been a fuse. I mean, there's no net flow.
Yeah.
Did you get at least one game out of it?
Yeah, I played a few games. At first, actually, there was no sound. I couldn't get the sound working. But then through a few power cycles, plugging stuff back in, then the sound fired up tonight, and but then the monitor went out. So, but there's like no net glow, and you can hear the game playing. So
it's just playing blind.
Oh, it's playing blind.
So yeah, something's up with the monitor. Yeah.
Yup.
So we'll get it there.
Yeah.
So
you got plenty of monitors there behind you. You can swap out.
Except that one's it's like VGA, or I think it's VGA, the multi-pin connector, and it's huge. It's probably a 27 or 29 inch, like kind of a flat. It's kind of
just like the candy cabs.
Medium res.
Oh, I could hear Orange Whip a little bit.
Orange Whip.
Me a little bit. Fuck you, Mark.
Hey!
Wow, what a greeting.
I know, right? Merry fucking Christmas to you.
Yeah.
I'm on my fucking phone. My laptop won't work.
Oh.
Must be a
That
Mac.
sucks.
We're gonna do that again.
No, please no. Stop it.
Can we just
God's sake.
So
Hack, was that the only pickup? Is that the pickup you had, or is there any more?
The
that was
only
my,
pickup. That was it?
that was
Oh.
my
Well,
big
no, I
pickup,
mean
yeah.
that's great. I was just wondering if you had more because Carrie's still eating her dinner.
Oh. No, I mean, other than my Tempest Replicade.
The Replicade. Okay.
Yeah.
I
made a video with that.
Mock doesn't care about those anymore.
No, I like that. No, I saw that one.
That was so like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and we got Dragon Slayer to look forward to.
Yeah.
Sometime next year.
Yeah, sometime
Another
next
one
year.
I can.
Did
I
they
can
say
point-
March next year or something? We'll see.
We'll see.
It'll be April or May, but anyway.
It's another one I can set on top of my non-working version and say, and just point in the direction and say, look, I got a working, Dragon Slayer.
Yeah, there you go. You know what? I don't mind if they take a little longer because they do a kick-ass job. I don't want them to put out something that's fucked up. So just take your time, do what you need to do, put it out when it's ready. So. Oh, so by the way, Keith contacted me tonight, and he really, really wanted to be here tonight. He said he went to Disneyland for 3 days, and he got something like a really nasty bug from there.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
And he has 103 fever, and he's had it for the last couple of days, and he's going to go to urgent care tonight or tomorrow morning. He's really fucked up.
Oh shit.
So he just wanted to wish you guys Merry Christmas and Happy New Year and all that good stuff, and he really wishes he could be here, but he's just too trapped.
Buddy, we love you. Do what you gotta do.
Yeah,
you know what? Get better.
He to show what an amazing guy he is. I messaged him on when did we message? I guess
Sunday.
Sunday.
No, or was it Saturday? Saturday or Sunday?
Yeah, Saturday or Sunday.
Probably.
With a pinball question, because I've been having an issue with my Lord of the Rings, and he's had several, and of course he's just fucking brilliant when it comes to any of the pinball stuff. Anyway, so I Facebook messaged him, and he was sick, and he called me back. He's like, oh yeah, I got sick, I have a fever, but here, let me look stuff up for you. So yeah, he's pretty awesome. So sorry that.
What sounds like an arcade?
Yeah.
Well, it is an arcade. It's Brad's.
Right? Brad, how can you hear us and talk on the phone?
It's like he had a stroke. He's an also. Can you hear us, Brad?
Can you hear us? Are you all right?
I'm on my phone.
Yeah.
Quality's good. You look good.
Yeah.
My laptop sucks balls.
Why are there-
Apparently the audio doesn't work.
Why are there two gleeks in here?
You never get enough leak.
Must have been that.
Okay. Yeah.
His
Must have been
video's
that
on one, and then
$14 Windows key you bought.
Yeah.
Oh no. This is a brand new laptop. Hey, this is my GAC impression.
Yeah.
Yes,
I beer in my hand.
So how's the art? Tell us about the arcade biz. You had quite the year.
I like the wreath you just showed.
It's not even a year. It's only been 6 months since I've been open.
Duh.
But she means this year, I think.
Is business still doing good?
I meant,
Doing
generally
well?
this year's like it's been quite
the journey leading up to the arcade opening. Sure.
That's been
like
3 years.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
But I mean, my goodness, a lot has changed since we haven't gotten to see you a lot because you've been busy running a fucking arcade. It looks amazing in the background.
And generally Tuesdays are the only day I get off. And today my wife booked a company Christmas party. So that's why I'm here right now.
Nice.
Can you guys actually hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes, she didn't appreciate the how important it was that you be available for the Christmas episode. Then again, we didn't know that the video was going to be edited by today.
Yeah,
So
actually, she was the one that reminded me. She's like, "Hey, don't you have to be on the show tonight?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I was going to go on the show tonight." And she actually brought me the Christmas hat.
Aww.
Awesome.
Yay, Marianne.
Yay.
She rocks.
Thank you, Mary.
Yeah.
And then I hooked up here. She brought me a little. Let's see. She got me like a little heater here
Aw.
and everything,
Nice.
and then she left.
Well,
And she
yeah.
gave you the broken
I'm here
laptop.
all by myself.
Yeah.
Whip,
That's
I gotta
true.
ask, what
Check
kind of
out this
laptop is
beast.
that?
It's
Check
an
out that
Apple.
beast.
Nice.
Hey.
It looks like a Lenovo with a 10th generation Intel Core i5.
Yeah, there you
It's
go.
about time we
Sounds
see a
about
fire
right.
escape in there.
You should change the marquee and it should say,
Talking about
Dave, fuck
mine?
me.
Say what?
Dave fucked me.
Dave loves me.
Oh.
Old joke.
Oh, it's a
Dell.
Dell.
Yay.
Looks like a Dell 7000 series.
It was. I don't know. I just got it. It was rated like the #1 laptop to get. It's a little 13-inch. It was like the 2019 laptop of the year. I don't know.
That might
So
be an
I-
XPS then, in which case that would be a good one.
It is. Yeah, actually, you know what? I have the here. So yeah, it's an XPS.
Yeah, that would make sense.
I have the
Clint
box
knows
here
all
somewhere.
computers.
Well, I
Megatron.
do. But do you guys even know what my day job is?
Nope. What is it?
I thought you were a blackjack dealer
You're
or
an
something.
Yeah.
That's not the day job. The day job
There you go.
is
There you go.
oh yes. See my my day job is on the weekends. I'm a vendor rep for Intel.
Oh my god.
Oh.
So,
There you go.
There's Intel inside.
yes, so there it is, right there. It's a 10th
Oh,
generation
nice
Intel
one,
Core
Kerry.
i5. I hit it right on the nose. I hit that right on the nose, and it was an i5.
It's like the Radio Shack employee that
gonna
knows
piece of
all
shit
the
or what?
stock numbers by heart.
I didn't hear what you said.
Who, me?
I
Anybody?
like
Orange
that
Whip.
Gleek's has arcade on one account, and then he's using Air's
Gleek, we love your basement, but you're not in it.
Oh,
I-
yeah.
I can
got two
only
Gleeks.
be in one place or the other.
So pick one.
We're not here to look at
Yours is
your
so much
camera.
more relaxing. Anyways, what I was trying to tell Clint was it's like being a Radio Shack employee knowing all the stock numbers by heart. So
Being a Radio Shack employee, but then your voice kind of trailed off there.
oh, you know all the stock numbers by heart.
Oh, well, close.
What
getting
am
there.
I looking at Orange Whip? Like, what's that thing that's plugged in? Is that just a power? What is that thing on the?
That's right.
What am I looking at?
That is cheese.
I think it's a. Is it a
It's
Megatouch?
it's a warmer.
It's the
Oh.
silver thing's a Megatouch.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
No,
I
that-
don't like the idea of it being
Are
a
you
warmer
talking about
for
the little
the
box?
nachos.
yeah.
The little
Yeah,
box
how's-
looks like a warmer.
How's
Warm,
the nachos
oozing
thing
nacho
going?
cheese at all times.
On the backside of the Neo Geo.
Yeah, that is a fan.
Those
That's just a
nachos look
regular old
amazing, by the
fan.
way. All those nachos look delicious.
Yeah, the nachos are going pretty good.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
How many do you sell a day
Yeah,
usually?
Yeah, they're pretty good.
So that whatever's to your left there.
It depends on what day it is. Whoa,
Like
what?
weekends more
This
than
thing here?
He
weekdays.
shows it right.
How about a
No,
typical?
not the heater,
Back
the
up.
silver box beside it.
Yeah, the touch screen. Yeah, right there.
There you go.
Oh,
There
that
you
was
go.
the back of the
Right.
Megatouch.
It's the back of the Megatouch.
Oh, all
I
right.
just turned it off.
So are we
Like,
talking
I'm
like
turning it back on. I just turned it off.
during the week, Orange Whip? Are you selling like 3 like nachos? Are you selling like 20? Are you selling 100? What are you doing there? Like
He doesn't ship to Ottawa know that
every-
much.
Yeah.
Every day is different. It depends what day of the week it is. Yeah, last Saturday we probably sold about, I don't know, 25 of them.
Wow.
pretty good.
Is there Saturday, and then other days we'll sell 3 or 4. It depends on what days.
Yeah. Okay.
So is there a particular
really-
one that seems to be a favorite? Like, what are your top
Well,
sellers?
The whole, I mean, for the most part, our nachos are it's a DAZN nachos bar, but we have a pre-made. We put up there just can't make decisions on.
Mhm.
Here, hold on. I'm actually gonna put the menu. I'm gonna put the menu.
A Street
I would
Fighter.
say probably the Street Fighter and the Roller Disco are the 2 big ones.
Oh.
Oh, that's the wrong thing. Hold on. Let's see.
No, Brad, are you normally closed on Tuesdays? Is that why you said your wife booked a private party? You just close earlier.
We're closed Mondays and Tuesdays.
Oh, okay.
We're
closed.
So the Street Fighter nachos has like pulled pork and cheese curds and
that
apple
sounds
chunks and all this other stuff.
Salty pork products.
Fighter is kettle
Yeah,
chip.
yeah.
Hamburger.
No, cheeseburger. I want a hot dog. I want a milkshake.
Kettle
I want
chips.
potato
You'll
chips.
get nothing like it.
Pulled pork, black beans, queso blanco,
Yeah.
white cheese. Basically, that means topped with green onions, pineapple,
That's Monterey
bulgogi.
Jack. Yeah.
Is that bulgogi?
What? Bulgogi.
Bulgogi
nice.
sauce
Oh,
A
Korean
little
stuff.
sweet.
with a sriracha cream drizzle.
Oh, not cream, crema, because it's fancy.
Crema.
Someone say cucaracha.
What's bulgogi sauce? I don't know what bulgogi sauce. I know bulgogi like I know the meat bulgogi, but what's
Bulgogi
the?
is a Korean barbecue sauce made from pear juice.
Oh, okay.
I like pears.
Korean barbecue sauce made with pear juice.
It tastes nothing like
I like the Wizard of Oz.
I like the Tin Man.
Oh, look at that fire escape. Dave.
I was a tin.
Oh, that's awesome.
shit.
Awesome.
Just with Frank's Red Hot. I like Frank's Red Hot and ranch.
Dude,
Nice
that's
combination.
so Buffalo. I love it.
Oh no, flaming Cheeto
Flaming
dust.
Cheeto dust.
That's
Wow.
awesome. Did you guys play around with this to come up with these combinations, or like kind of what was the?
I came up everyone off the top of my head before we even had all the sauces and stuff made, because we make everything from scratch except for the Frank's Red Hot and the Cheeto dust.
Although I gotta say, Orange Whip, it can't be quite a true fire escape unless those nachos are a little bit moldy.
Yes, you need a little moldy.
Oh my God, it's so true. It's got to have a little bit of barn funk to it.
Yeah.
They come with an extra pair of underwear, so I think they
There we go.
Nice.
Nice one.
Dave, has your package arrived from Idaho yet?
No, I gotta call him. I keep forgetting. I know it's still sitting there, so I wasn't like worried about it. I do have to get that here.
It should come with a pair of brown underwear.
I know.
They were blue.
Brown striped underwear.
For concealment. Brown stripes.
Hey, Whip.
I asked for vertical stripes, not horizontal ones. They don't blend in. Well, that menu looks delicious, Orange Whip.
Really
you ever
like
look at a menu and say, okay?
Do you have the number 7?
I was like, why does that look different? Oh, he doesn't have the erotic games enabled.
Yeah.
No erotic games.
Gee, I wonder why. Yeah.
Hey, Whip, can you hear us?
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, what are you using for high scores that you put up publicly? You got a monitor or no?
Yeah, I got two one's a 42 and one's a 50-inch TV.
Yeah, is it your own system or are you using that iScore thing?
Yeah, that's I scored.
Okay, cool. I got it too. I like iScore.
Whip, do you have any prodigies that come in the arcade? Like, holy crap, you're really good at all these. Anybody? You probably didn't hear me.
I think he just
Billy's busy.
Froze. He froze, yeah.
Yeah, let's get him back up here.
Yeah.
I broke him with that question, man.
Sound.
He's making his list and he's checking it twice.
Holy shit, it's Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a new pickup this yesterday. You ready?
Yep.
All right.
Drummer.
Oh my God.
Gotta talk.
I remember that. That's my era.
Nice.
Me too.
Those are
Switch to
early
gallery
handheld.
view.
Dave, you
I
gotta
had one
talk
of those as
while
a
you
kid
show
too.
it.
Gak, just switch to
What?
gallery
It
view.
has like 12 games built into it or
It's a
something.
Merlin. I actually
6 actually.
6.
Upper right corner.
He had 2 of them, and I got 2 of them for $20. But of course, they both had battery corrosion.
No.
Well, this one was a little less than the other one. And when the other one, when I shook it, there was something loose.
Oh no!
But this one, I took a little sandpaper. It wasn't that bad connections in it. Hopefully you would see. Oh, there you go. Yes,
Will that start your car too?
Right. It's like you make phone calls with it.
Yeah, this is a big thing in the. I got this for Christmas. I remember we getting this. Like, whoa! And I don't know. I was going to give it to the kids as Christmas for Christmas. Just throw it in there, but I might just. I'm going to keep it.
Yeah.
Well, because I've got a Merlin, I've got a Speak and Spell, I've got a Simon in the box. The Speak and Spell's in the box too. So hey, I'm like,
Dave, do you remember the Microvision?
No.
The one that had the cartridges were like these long flat things and there's a dial on it, and it was all with boxes. Like it was like when the first LED multi-game. It was actually the first cartridge
really
based.
familiar.
Yeah, I'd have to.
Yeah. Microvision, maybe it was called.
Gleek looks amazing.
Let me see if I can find a picture of it.
Nice and clear there, Gleek.
Yeah.
Well, I turned the lights white.
It's like 4K. It's like Gleek in 4K.
Feed is really good too. Yeah.
You can't say ho anymore. It's Lady of the Evening.
Happy birthday!
That's so awesome. I love
that.
Okay, I'll post a picture in IRC. So.
Hey,
we got two whips
back.
All right, we're at 4 columns now. Or 4
oh
rows.
my God! Look at that link.
Well, no picture, but a wall of text.
Hold on. Let me try another one. Let's see.
Heavy link.
Oh,
that didn't work, right?
My phone died on me, so I don't know.
Yeah, you copied the wrong.
Oh, no, hold on.
You got a joust in that arcade?
No. Oh, you asking about whip?
You got asteroids?
Yeah, I've been playing that one like 10 times.
I do not have an asteroid series in my warehouse. I have three of them in my warehouse.
Wait, Whip, I think you have every single game in your arcade that I have in my house. Let's go through the list. You have.
Let's try. I know C-Bar, it was a fail.
Yeah.
All right.
Try it. I know
that
what
one
I did.
works. That one does work.
Yeah. So you guys remember this handheld?
Wait,
that looks really familiar. Yeah.
Give me a break, man.
It was one of the first. It was the first.
That shit's for retards.
Cartridge-based handheld ever made. But the whole front, see that the whole tan area, that was the cartridge, that whole long thing. It would pop off.
Oh God, I don't remember that at all.
And it had different games. I didn't have one. I had a friend that had one. I used to play the shit out of it. But it had like Star Trek, and it comes with a breakout game. What they call it, Blockbuster. But yeah, but it just used square. It just used a whole bunch of squares to make the game. So pretty crazy.
Give me a break, man. They got fucking Space Invaders in here. That shit's for retards.
What's that from?
That's from Arcade, the Full Moon movie.
Really?
Yeah, it's one of my favorite sound bites.
Orange Whip.
That's just for retards.
You were disconnected.
It's this big heavy set dude. He's all serious and pissed. Yeah.
Sounds like John Candy.
I can't believe you got it with the box, Dave.
I know. That's why I was kind of I'm like, ooh. I mean, they're on eBay, but I only paid $20 and it was literally half a mile from my house.
Oh, what's in the box?
Jim's on all with this on.
Yeah. He's on fire.
It's tough because I'm switching between the Christmas and then the other ones, but yeah, I'm getting lucky right now.
All right, Carrie, what'd you get? What'd you pick up?
Right.
Hey, let me cue up the music.
Wait, no, I want to hear. I want to. Yeah.
Although I feel like I don't know. Are we gonna have Nick on soon? It would be fun to talk about it with Nick.
Where's Nick?
Well, this is
This is
our regular show. I didn't reach out to him, but maybe.
Oh, okay.
This is the chorus.
It's Christmas.
This is kind of core group tonight.
Andy?
Oh, nobody took offense if we turned down your request to come on the show. No, nothing personal. It's just we do a core group for our last episode of the year. And
it's crazy to think that
this is the guest-free show.
Yeah.
This is
still waiting for a helicopter Jesus. He might show up tonight.
He's not core.
I'll cue up his music.
I would.
Buffett might be here though. How come Buffett's not on the show? Is he mad at us?
Well,
he's busy.
He talked to Gleek.
He's busy.
Well, thanks for having me on then.
You,
Yeah.
Clint,
Just
you're always
booted in
welcome.
3,
You're a
2.
good guy. We love you. You're awesome.
Yeah,
Come
you're
on now.
you're
core with
core.
a capital K.
Yeah, yeah. Nice.
Helicopter Jesus.
I don't know how you survived.
Slave. It doesn't matter.
Prepare to terminate.
How come in Star Wars some people are English, like from the UK, and other people are just white, regular English talking?
That's a good.
People from the UK are all assholes.
Yeah, why is
They're
the
always
why is
the
there only
villains.
yeah, the villains are usually English and
Yeah.
Think of how John Boyega feels right now. He has to
Fighting
speak
over
with an
land.
American accent.
Well, he
in the
was a
movie.
stormtrooper.
Is he the trooper that hit his head on the bulkhead?
No,
Oh.
no, he's FN 2187.
Ah,
Those are the
different
numbers.
series.
I was at the top of my tongue.
Yeah.
The tip of my
Finn.
Yes, Finn for short.
What's Carrie's game? I want to see this.
Yeah.
Plot twist.
I don't think Nick's coming on. So
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. No, not today. Okay. Well, it's not. It's actually. It's not a game. The no, I talked about it on Slack. That's part of why I was like, well, I don't know, because you weren't like, oh wow, cool. It's a non-arcade pickup. It's my non-arcade pickup.
Oh, okay.
It's my new vehicle, my new wheels that I was
Did
super
you get
excited
some
about.
Classic, you get some classic thing. Would you get a VW man or something?
No,
It better not be a smart car
Get a Tesla
or a Kia Soul. It better not be.
She got a dolly, so it
She
can
got a
go up and
Tesla.
down stairs with ease.
Yeah. See, that's why I was like, okay, Nick might be the person
She got a segue.
who would be excited about this, because I think
Did you get
everybody else
Herbie
is
the love
underwhelmed.
bug?
I think it's really cool. What did you say?
Did you get Herbie the love bug?
Oh my god! My dad had a VW Bug when I grew up. He was,
love
or I mean,
cars,
for
you're
a little
saying
bit. He had a tan. It was kind of an ish brown.
A tan.
Tan.
Yeah.
Damn.
A 10.
Yeah, VW Bug didn't
10.
at all look like Herbie the Love Bug. And then he got the 240Z that ultimately I got. But no, so I got a hydrogen car, which you can only get in California or
Boom.
Hawaii.
Hydrogen.
Hydrogen
So-
car.
so
I didn't hear about
because-
this.
Because electric cars are just so
Holy shit! Don't
Not
buy
Old
cool,
school.
not elite enough,
And
not rare
hydrogen
enough.
is so much safer.
Yeah, light a match near that. It's called the Hindenburg Mobile.
My name is
actually
Terry
do
Z. Here's me starting my car.
they-
Bang.
They do it. They
Endorsed
do in
by
fact
Governor
address
Schwarzenegger.
that for
Let
people
the
who are
poor
concerned
girl
about it.
speak.
That it is that they're
Not
it is
smoker car.
designed so that it is less likely to explode than and sturdier tanks than your gas engines, which are,
How
let's
do you
face it,
fill
we all
up a
drive.
hydrogen car with gas?
Well, I'll fill it up with hydrogen gas. So that's why you can only. Yeah. So it's,
Is their motto safer than a Pinto?
yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Only old people get that joke.
So it's much. It's
Right. It's true.
yeah.
Carrie
It's
laughed.
much-
I'm not. Hey, I'm younger than all of you, and I got
Andrew, did you
it
laugh
was
at that?
hilarious.
I'm laughing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
he's
it's
just laughing on
dying
the
much,
inside.
inside.
Yeah.
it's much more resistance against explosions, but if it does, it's gonna take out a fucking half-mile radius.
That's right.
It's just gonna level the whole city.
If you're the other driver, you better hope you don't hit
Yes.
me too hard.
Everybody's gonna steer clear of you, like stay a quarter mile away.
Like the old Pinto.
Yeah.
I bet Carrie can drive on water too. She probably floats right on top of the water.
Well, it's funny that you should say that, because that's what whereas like normal gas combustion engines, their waste product, the waste product of my hydrogen car is water. That's what it makes.
Wow.
She just holds a glass out, fills right up.
Right? Exactly. If you're
Right.
thirsty.
Exactly.
Drive over your lawn a few times.
Just do donuts on it.
Donuts
Basically a
on your lawn.
sprinkler.
You're like
Camaro,
super
bitch a
thirsty,
Camaro.
so you put your car on blocks and set the engine to like 80 miles an hour. Get the water out.
Vroom vroom. I'm watering my lawn.
So you have to go to special fuel stations, right?
Yes,
That's part of it,
exactly.
right. So I assume you have one nearby.
Yeah, it's not. It's not too far away. And they have them in Sacramento too. So there's a couple. Yeah.
I've looked at that as a potential option in the future myself, but yeah,
Oh,
I think there's. So when I did the research, it looks
that?
like there's about 36 stations in California total.
Wow,
something like that.
Is hydrogen a resource we can just like create, or how do we make?
Yeah, so hydrogen is the most plentiful element on Earth. So it's
yeah,
it really
in the galaxy, yeah.
Yeah, so it really is.
Gas station for it.
Well, because you need to have, it has to be processed in order to have something that you can burn. So you need to be able to,
And it's under high pressure too, I believe, right?
So how much does hydrogen cost a gallon then?
Well, it's sold by the kilogram.
Kiloliter?
Or kiloliter. Yeah, there we go. And it's funny, I don't know offhand, like $16 or something. So, and it's, I think, so part of why I jumped to do this was that because it's new technology, they have crazy incentives in order to do this. So you can only get the car as a lease. So there's actually no option to buy it. They have, when you sign through the state of California, there's a rebate program where you get $5,000 cash. I think now since I bought it before December 3, now I think this year it's gone down to $4,500. So you get $5,000 cash. You also qualify for like all of the HOV, the lanes,
fast
for all the
lanes. The fast lanes. I love that.
Yeah,
I use that word all the time.
Low emissions. Yeah.
Yep. And then on top of that, and this is why it's like it kind of varies. Like I know that the price will vary depending on your different stations. But part of why I'm like, I don't know exactly, is so it comes with $15,000 of fuel credit.
Damn.
So essentially, for the life of the lease, I probably won't pay anything for my fuel.
How much was the car? Like $100K?
So it's only available by lease for the.
What are you, nuke leak? She just said.
Yeah.
Welcome to the conversation.
They do. Well, I mean, they do say what the sale price, if you were to buy it, which you can't buy it, right, is like 40 something thousand. I forgot what it is. 49 or something like that. The lease payment ends up being about $400 a month.
Okay, that's fine.
And did you have to put anything down?
Yeah, so it's after all the taxes and the license and all the bullshit, because it's like
gas no more.
Yeah. So because it's like I think it's supposed to be like $2,700 down, but then you have to pay the tax and the license and all the crap. So it ended up being it ended up being about $3,800 or $3,900 down. So essentially, the $5,000 pays back anything I put down plus some extra money, and then I won't pay for fuel for the life of the vehicle. And obviously I am paying $400 a month. So
at the end of the
and that's
lease,
what I pay for my RAV4. So you're able to.
400's not bad.
I mean, car payments are on a nice car is more than that.
That's what I'm paying for my Civic. But
I've done a lot of leases. I never do down.
Yeah,
I usually don't
better
do
place.
down.
Yeah, what I'll say is it's not a great.
Me either, Mark.
It's my second vehicle, so I own my other car, and it would I would have trouble advising someone at this point because of the issues with the number of stations and things like that. Like you can't go out of state. Although what I should say is they also part of their incentive is they give so it comes with 21 days for the life of the lease for the next 3 years. You get 21 days of free luxury rental. So they basically accommodate for the fact that you might want to go out of state and do some sort of trip or something like that.
What's the refund policy, Carrie? Like if you don't like
it? well, yeah, that.
You got 14 days or something like that.
Yeah,
but
it isn't.
So Carrie, at the end of the lease, if you decide you don't want it, is it just you can hand the keys back, or do you have to pay something at the end too?
No. So that's just it. Like I can't keep it.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm saying
only if you go over in miles. You have to.
So when you do hand the keys back at the end of the lease, you don't own it. You don't owe any additional money at the end.
Correct. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
They take it.
It seems like a lot of leases you have to pay something at the end or something.
I think that's only if you go over the mileage, or if you want to buy the vehicle afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay.
And which I've done before. Like the last vehicle, or not the last, the second. I don't usually lease. This is my third lease. The first lease I did, I ended up buying the vehicle at the end of it.
Okay.
The second one I returned it.
So I drove electric cars and they are super fast when you stomp on the pedal. Is the hydrogen car super fast too as well?
Yeah,
Sorry.
it feels really sporty to me, and I'm
Peppier.
I'm pretty picky, and it's interesting. I was going to ask you, and I will say they have a sport mode which I haven't used because it goes through more hydrogen, and I think it's probably kind of like driving a Prius or something where you start to learn like you see the dial, like how much hydrogen you're using, which is independent from the miles per hour and things like that. But so it's a 1-speed car, so there's no there's no shift, like it's super smooth. You just you
One
push
gear.
it and go. And Mock, you have an electric car, right?
Yeah, I have a Volt, the latest 2019. They're super peppy cars, and if you put it in sport mode, it's even peppier.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of
so
like
the way the Volt works, yours, Mock, it's like roughly the first 50 miles is all electric, and then it kicks into essentially a hybrid. It gets 40 to 50 miles a gallon.
So altogether, with it takes $20 to fill a tank on my car. So I roughly get about 300, and if you're gonna expire everything, all the electric and gas, like 350 miles for every $20. Think of it that way, I guess.
And my son's Volt's an older model, so it isn't quite as good as that, but close.
But I never pay gas because my work round trip is under 50 miles. So I have a plug-in station at my work and at home. So it's like
that's nice.
I never have. I put maybe gas so far. I put gas in my car 4 times. I've had it about a year and a half. So that's
my son's
and that's only $20 every time I do it.
My son's the same way. It's about every 2 or 3 months he puts and it's like 10 gallons, I think, is what the tank is.
Yeah, it doesn't hold very much. So yeah, it's like I said, it holds like 20 or 25.
So Carrie, on your vehicle, because I did a little bit of research looking at options moving forward too. But from my understanding, the hydro, the way they explained it, at least from the videos I saw, so they sell the fuel by the liter as opposed to gallon.
Yeah.
And the rough numbers, they compared a liter of hydro costs approximately the same as a gallon of gas, but it's a lot less liquid volume, a liter versus a gallon. I don't remember. A third is
it's like 3.7 liters to a gallon.
Okay,
Ooh, you're good.
So yeah, but
I live by Canada.
So the cost of the liter. So in your case, you're getting it all free, the 15,000 whatever.
Right.
You said the dollars worth.
$15,000.
If you're a normal consumer, it's I guess in theory it's supposed to be about the same cost as a gallon of gas, and then you get roughly 50 to 60 miles range on 1 liter.
Yes.
Of hydro.
Right, in theory, and I would say where you live, that's probably true. Where I live, that's not the case.
Because you got more hills and stuff.
Exactly, because it does shit with the hills, and it's interesting because it tells you kind of what your range is, like what's left, like your range, and it's so funny because I'll be going uphill and it'll be like all of a sudden my range will drop dramatically.
Oh yeah,
then of course you go downhill and it's like, oh, look at that, and I think it's similar to like a Prius or maybe like the Leaf too, where I have another gauge that shows where it's charging, so it does there's like an extra electric charge, I guess, that kind of helps push it, so because you do recharge like a certain electric
when you're coasting or going down hills and
or you're applying your brake, then it recharges the battery part
there. So I think like the normal consumer might look at that and be like, well, why would I want that versus a Prius? It's like I get 50 or 60 miles to the gallon of gas. It's going to cost me the same as a liter, but the real point there is that it's essentially eco-friendly, right? Because it's water. It's not emissions, all the issues with emissions and stuff.
That this is a way to get off of the fossil fuels, and and I'm not going to lie, like right now the way that they because I researched all this, and the way that they process the hydrogen is not particularly eco-friendly, but the more that they do it, they have the potential, much like electric, where they have the potential to do it where you can get it through solar, through wind, things like that. And so this is a way to get off of the fossil fuels, and it just feels like if we don't support it, then it's not going to happen. And right now they're seeing, are they able to have the market for it? And it's kind of funny we were talking about returning at the end of the lease. It's like there's part of me that knows that at the end of this lease that they're going to take my vehicle and fucking disassemble it and
Right, yeah.
and take a look at where the wear is, what was what kind of mileage, like what everything
because they're
about
doing
how
a
it is
long-term market
that
study on the
right, exactly, like this
prototypes,
is I'm part of a test subject essentially, which
and
is
I think I don't know if any of you have seen it's been years since I've seen it, but there was a documentary on something like what killed the electric car or something like that.
Yeah,
and
there's two of them.
There was like an actress that was in
Who Killed the Electric Car, I
there was an
believe.
actress from like Baywatch or something like that who was like one of the ones that had the test market electric cars. It was like from Honda, maybe, I want to say.
It was Chevrolet.
So they had a fleet. They had a fleet of these vehicles.
And they pulled them all.
Vehicles. Yeah, and it's like she didn't want to give it up.
No, Danny DeVito had one too.
Yeah, same deal.
Yeah.
That was
and they
really
took them all to this massive lot where they were just like rotting there in the video.
And they shredded them eventually.
Yeah. But eventually it did come about that electric cars happen. But I think maybe it's just the legal stuff, and they're worried about lawsuits. What if something explodes or catches on fire?
Well,
I don't know.
The story that the documentary shows is that they could not make money off the car once it went off the lot. They made too good of a car. It needed zero maintenance. It didn't need anything but lubrication on some of the joints.
So, and that leads to another discussion with because my coworker, I keep talking about I dig it. I like the cyber truck. It's wild.
Yeah.
It's teetering at the max of my budget, but I'm like, it's a couple years away, so maybe. But anyways, my coworker is like, well, the real effect there is like gas taxes are supposed to go to road maintenance, and if you're getting this electric vehicle, and even if you double it up where you got solar in your house, so then you're paying very little, and there's no taxes going to the road maintenance. But I don't really know how much deeper that goes. Like when you're paying the gas taxes, what percentage of the road maintenance comes from gas taxes? Are we talking 10% or 90%? I don't know. But if you're an electric
0.0001%.
Well, if you're an electric, but if it, let's say it was 90% of the taxes from gasoline road taxes went to road maintenance, and then all of a sudden you're not paying for gas anymore, then you're kind of like cheating out the other people or whatever. But I don't know. They'll figure out some way to get it. They'll figure out a way to get it. They'll
I'm not
start
worried. Yeah.
Taxing more heavily those vehicles, or they'll figure out something, But I just it's kind of an interesting point he made. Like, I don't know. I didn't do any study to see what's reality.
I just love I never have to use gas anymore, because I always feel like the gas companies are so damn corrupt anyway.
That's really the next step, in my opinion. What they have to do with your vehicle is they would have to figure out some kind of fuel station that's not too big that you could have in your garage, and you can just like fuel up on your own. Because that's my other thing too. Like Mock said, I don't want to go to some station and fuel up. While it's parked in my driveway or in my garage, it's recharging or refueling.
I finally broke down a couple years ago. I bought a fast charge station for my car in the garage. It's like twice as fast as the plug into the wall, right? Yeah.
And it's about $500 or $600 somewhere around there.
I got it
that's
through a friend. I found a guy who was an electrician.
Knew a guy who knew a guy.
Yeah, a guy who knew a guy.
A guy who knows a guy.
He sold it to me with installation for $500.
Yeah, that's nice.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So how long does it? How long to your fill up? How does your recharge take?
About 3 hours or so.
But you're only talking 50 miles range with that though, Carrie. That's not a full.
50,
that's not 50, like like a Tesla is like 300 mile range, and that might. But I from my understanding, the Tesla charge stations are different, and they're even higher. They're even higher capacity.
Yeah, they're faster.
Of course they are. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the supercharged stations are supposed to be really fast.
Yeah. They're even faster. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
they're not
it's done.
They're not as plentiful though. I mean, you got to really. Right. I mean, when you buy a Tesla, the screen actually comes with a GPS system that'll show you where the stations are. So.
Yeah, and actually, so does the Clarity. So I have a Honda Clarity, but I think I think the Mirai, the Toyota Mirai, is the same. Where you have a little thing, and it will show you, and there's a website you can go and check and see how much hydrogen they have, and they show ones that are under construction and when they're likely to open. And there's Facebook groups now. I'm part of the Clarity.
Oh wow,
group.
new club. Are we gonna lose you, Carrie, to the hydrogen, the hydrogen hangout?
There isn't any kind of like repair or restoration involved with it, so no, I think you're all are safe.
And you're gonna start it up.
She bulletproofed her car now. It's got caps.
Right. Well, and that was actually one thing is that you can't. So there's no. I think because it is part of like the study or whatever. There's no options. So it is what it is. Like you can't add anything to, I mean, there's no alarm to add. Like it's like this is the way it comes, and it comes like this pretty well.
Unlike
stocked.
Stern branded cars.
Yes,
exactly. The pro version and the fucking premium.
So after my car is up in about a year and a half, I'm going to revisit it and I'll look at the hydrogen. And I was looking at a Tesla. I'm going to maybe go on that route just because I love those Tesla cars are badass, and maybe I can afford one by then. Get a used one.
I think another thing to consider, Mock, with that, if you go that route, is that if you have solar on your house, that's
I do.
Yes, I know you do, and that's just kind of if you have the ability to take advantage of that, then that really like doubles down on your savings.
Oh yeah, we hardly saw a dent when we put in the when I first got an electric car. I hardly saw a difference in the electric bill. I think it was like $20 difference. It was hardly anything.
Oh yeah, that's nothing.
Wow, that's
nothing.
Awesome.
Yeah. $25, something like that. But what's that, Lewis?
I have a question for Carrie.
Yeah.
Oh.
Can it take an arcade machine in it?
Absolutely not.
The arcade machine is like like what Jimbo has.
Yes, exactly. Mega Touch.
She's got the
There we go.
Yeah, exactly. It would take a Mega Touch. That's why I can't get rid of my game hauler. It's
just remember that if you pick up a Mega Touch and you put in the front seat, you have to buckle a seatbelt because it's so heavy that it detects it as a person.
Oh,
and so the seatbelt thing goes off.
I think it would actually fit in the trunk, but I'm just one.
Not even a cabaret, huh? Oh well.
Yeah, not even a cabaret.
That's what Big Red's for. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. That's why I kept my game.
You got your
hauler.
game hauler, and then you got your look at me, I'm sexy car. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't get another Volt because they stopped making them. They're done.
Wow, they
Volts.
did.
They're changing all the bolts. They're replacing them with all electric, which is the Bolt. I believe that's the story.
Not somewhat I heard. They were done. And
Volts and bolts.
Yeah,
the Volt. So my Volt is the last Volt. I got a 2019 Volt, and that's it. So.
My understanding was the all electric Bolt is what they were basically
Bolt with like a B Bolt.
Yes, with a B. Yep.
Okay.
It actually has a little bit. It's not quite as long, I think, but it's got a couple inches more headroom.
Put that hat back on, Andrew.
Hey,
you're gonna be festive and like it.
Hey, it's
as festive I can get as I got green lights going on above.
There we go. Okay.
I see Gleef's got red lights, so I got the green ones going.
My red hat is in storage. I couldn't find it.
Watch the special video. Like, Carrie, when are we going to do that? Like,
I was going to quickly ask who's all seen. Well, I could save that for afterwards too. It's not important.
Do it.
I was just gonna ask about Star Wars.
You're gonna ask about the Pee Wee Herman 30th anniversary?
Yeah.
35th, but no, I wasn't gonna ask about that because we talked about that last week.
Yeah.
Has anyone seen Star Wars this week?
Mandalorian?
You mean the new movie?
The movie, yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, that comes out. Night, right?
Thursday or Friday
night or whatever.
Yeah, sorry, I thought you were Mandalorian.
I'll probably go see it.
If there's seats I can find, I'll try to this weekend.
Mandalorian was great this week, by the way.
I gotta watch the last.
You watch it, Andrew?
It was a little predictable for me, but not bad. I mean, it wasn't. It was good, but
the guy from Highlander's in it, Mr. Krabs.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's that actor's name? Yeah, with the horns.
Yeah.
What's that guy's
he was
name?
The one who had
Clancy Brown.
Clancy Brown. Yeah.
He's been in everything.
The safety pins in his neck.
Oh, I love Clancy
That
Brown.
guy?
Yeah, the guy
He's-
from
he's-
Highlander. He was such a good bad guy. Or
Pet
I
Cemetery
recognize his voice right
2.
away.
He was also in
Shawshank. Shawshank Redemption.
Oh, yeah.
What's a space movie?
Starship Troopers.
There you go.
Put your hand on that wall.
That's
He's
right.
been on.
That's
He's
right.
been on everything. He's
I
so
love
good.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what's
I just
funny?
like
A
the
couple
psycho
weeks.
character he played in.
A couple weeks ago, I follow him on Twitter, and he posted a picture of himself in that makeup, but he didn't say what it was for. He just goes, "How do I look, Ma?" or something like that. I'm like, "What the fuck is this?" And then I see him on the show. I'm like, "Oh, okay." That was a good episode. I'm not going to talk about details of it, but I thought it was better than some of the other ones, like the.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I liked the whole
Seven
heist thing was
Samurai.
predictable to me, but otherwise,
I think it was-
like, oh, okay. I mean,
super predictable.
it wasn't. It
Little
wasn't.
bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
But it's not. But yeah, I'm not saying it was a bad episode. It just, yeah.
It was weird seeing Bill Burr.
Yeah.
Yes.
Star Wars. I was like, weird.
Yeah, he became friends
His
with
gun,
Favreau.
which
his
makes
little
sense.
robotic gun that came up behind his shoulder.
The Predator cannon thing. Yeah. No, he
No
always
spoilers.
makes fun of people that like Star Wars.
Right.
And Favreau said, I don't know, I think it was Favreau or a friend of his that knows Favreau. He's like telling Bill Burr, he's like, "Hey, wouldn't it be funny if you did a Star Wars thing, you know, and all your friends are gonna laugh because you always make fun of them for liking Star Wars, but yeah, you're in a Star Wars thing." So yeah, that'd be funny.
Yeah. I like.
Well, you should do it.
So much fucking fan service. The little zing about I wasn't a stormtrooper.
Oh yeah. He gets all mad.
Yeah.
Anyway, go see
All right.
Mandalorian, people. It's a good show.
It is. It's
It's worth $7.99 a month. Or it's actually free. Just wait a couple weeks and just get Disney Plus for free for a month and just marathon watch it.
Right.
Do it like Cobra
Get that
Kai on
shit
YouTube.
off.
Yeah.
I still need to do that actually.
Oh,
I
wow.
can see 2 seasons worth now with my free trial.
Cobra Kai.
Oh man.
All right. Let me get things ready here.
Are we
If you
ready?
guys
Are
want-
we finally ready?
I'm gonna have to let's see because I think the video's a little loud. So let me turn it down. Turn down.
Do we want a little intro from Jim or
Uh,
Gary about this?
Okay, I'll let Carrie talk about because she wrote it. So
You guys started working on this back when, right?
okay, so I looked at my email today. As a matter of fact, she sent me her lyrics in July. But she had it written, I want to say in June, but go ahead, Carrie.
Yeah, so I think that's about right. I mean, I got the concept actually shortly, like really shortly after Christmas, after doing the usual, oh my God, what am I going to think of? And then I'm like, oh, okay, totally got this. I'm like, I'm trying to think if it was even before Christmas. And the last one aired. So.
Well, I know you had the idea long before
Yeah.
the summer because
Yeah, so I mean, it was either like shortly, it was, I would say within the month of December, January, I had the idea, and then I sat down and wrote it in like the late spring, early summer. And then it's always the like, I do this, so I do the singing of like, oh, hey, I wrote it. And then I think when I sing it for you and audition the piece, so to speak, my thought is that you're probably during the whole time thinking, oh shit, what am I going to have to film for this? Wait, what does this do? How many lyrics?
Oh no.
Yeah.
His head's exploding.
No, nope. It was all fine. When I was reading it, it was like, okay, I'm getting ideas. This is great. Until the last scene, then I'm like, fuck. You'll understand why.
Okay.
Yeah, you will understand why.
It was a little more involved, just a little bit more
So
involved.
like the last 10 seconds took longer than the
No.
whole other rest of it?
No, the last
45.
45 seconds. Yeah. It's a
So-
it's a 3-minute video song.
So Jim's been working on this and trying to get it done in time. Like we were debating whether to push the show till Thursday. in
Yeah,
case Jim
well,
didn't
okay,
finish.
so here was the thing. We were just this last weekend when I was with Carrie and out there in California, and I showed her the rough cut. I'm like, yeah, no problem. I'll have this done by Thursday. And then I'm like, Fuck. Thursday I have tickets to Star Wars Thursday. I can't do Thursday. It totally slipped my mind. And I'm like, okay, I think I can get this done Tuesday. I fly back on Monday. So basically I had the rough cut. The final cut isn't much editing wise, isn't much different than the rough cut, but all the fine touch-ups, it wasn't color corrected or color graded. It had the grainy shots hadn't been denoised. Like there's a lot of stuff that goes involved into that last stuff. And I was tweaking a couple things. So basically Friday before I flew out to see her, I had the last of the graphics done, which is my last step in the editing process. So the edit was pretty much locked. Showed her the rough cut. She liked it. And then so I flew back yesterday, and luckily I had an early flight. So I got back about 7 p.m. And basically I spent 5 hours working on the color correcting and color grading. And then today, luckily it was a slow day at work, and I was able to get the last stuff done. Basically, I was rendering when I got home from work around 4 or 5 o'clock, and I had it ready to go by 7 my time. So 9 p.m. An
hour before the show.
2 hours before the show.
2 hours before the show. Wow. Yeah. Nothing like cutting it close. But if YouTube had one of those fucked up times where it will just hangs and doesn't upload, you ever had that happen, Jim? Where it's like you're waiting, you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Well, and that's why for this I haven't uploaded it to you. It's not on YouTube yet. It's
you're just gonna play it live from your computer. Oh,
yeah. That's what I've been doing the last few years. I don't even. No, I'm just gonna play my thumbnail.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, no, I don't have to depend on that. So I have two versions. I have the YouTube version, and then with offline versions, anytime, whether it's for work or anything else, I put a longer black space before the video starts to account for any sort of little hiccup. So like I'll put 5 seconds of black before any video that I'm showing
I do that
offline.
Too. Yeah.
So that I have time for it to be full screen and there not be the little stupid bar at the bottom that shows the little progress overlaying all that shit.
And they have time to just click off the commercial that appears in front.
Yeah, exactly. So I usually do that. YouTube, maybe I'll put a second or two, but for offline, anyways, I digress. So let me share myself if you guys are ready.
Do it.
Share yourself,
yay,
Jim.
I'm excited. Yes, exactly. Share yourself with everyone. I'll watch.
You are spotlighted.
I bet your Buffett is awake watching us right now.
Things just got
we gotta
weird.
mute ourselves too, right?
All right. Yep.
No, because it shouldn't change because you're spotlighted. So as long as you guys are clicked on Jim's video.
But I can hear all you guys.
I can hear you.
Well, don't talk.
Can you hear me,
We just
Jimbo?
Yeah. As long as you don't have all your arcade sounds going. Yeah.
Hey, click on this PC.
Arcade's off.
Your hard drive's on.
Okay, guys, here we go.
Okay. Oh shit.
Dashing to the game with cash in my hand. On Craigslist I found a food fight for $1,000. 19 miles on full, driving the speed of light. Just to find my grail is sold on the night bar tonight. All hopes were up, but it's a bust. No new game to play. There's no use in dwelling on the one that got away. Hey, the market's dry, and still I try, but the story stays the same. Oh, what fun it is to collect vintage arcade games. A month or two ago, on offer up I spied a photo of a working game the seller wouldn't lie. 3 hours to his house to find it doesn't power on. Smells like the pee of a mouse and the monitor is gone. Oh, hopes were up, but it's a bust. No new game to play. There's no use in dwelling on the waste of time that day. Hey, the market's dry. Perhaps I try, but the story stays the same. Oh, what fun it is to collect vintage arcade games. A week or two ago on Facebook I did find a Fair price on a Pango, struck a deal, it was mine. In a twist to this tale, got a message sad to see. Cancellation of the sale, a better offer he received. Oh, hopes were up, but it's a bust, no new game to play. There's no use in telling him it's Facebook, not eBay. Hey, market's dry, want to cry, cause the story stays the same. Oh, what fun it is to collect vintage arcade games. Now the ground is white, there've been no new games this year. A Christmas party tonight, with good friends I'll share some cheer. But once inside I see, it's the game that got away. He's held on to it just for me, asking only what he paid. Oh, hello, now I know, got a new game to play. All along I should have known, good friends will save the day. Hey, the market's dry, but we still try, all collectors feel the same. Oh, what fun it is to collect vintage arcade games.
That's crazy awesome.
Yay, good job,
Nice
Jim.
job. Awesome. All right, first thing I gotta say towards the end there, I noticed Chris Rhodes.
Chris Rhodes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
How do I on?
That was
Sorry
his
for
place, I'm
laughing
assuming.
during it.
Yeah, no, that was awesome. It's nice
Yeah.
to hear the
And
reaction.
then I got muted.
The middle finger was classic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn it. We've all been there, right?
Yeah.
Maybe not mock.
Well,
I'm like, well,
No,
maybe.
remember my Tron that
That's
I was
right,
gonna
your
buy,
Tron
and
pinball, yeah.
he fucking sold it when I was like
Yes.
took a day off of work and
Yeah, halfway there.
got the wife's car. I'm getting them almost in the car, ready to go.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
I sold it. Fuck you,
Yeah.
asshole!
Yeah.
I hate people.
It
that do
happened to me on Sunday.
Oh.
It happened to me on Sunday.
that. They offer him an extra amount of money, just like in the video, where it's like I got an extra 100. So fuck you.
Yeah, you know, I always misunderstood. I always thought when they say best offer, it means like you're going to probably offer less than their asking price. No, they're
Right.
thinking it's going to
Or-
bid
That's
up.
Yeah.
what I always
Yeah.
think.
The best offer. Yeah.
Yeah. $300 or best offer.
bidding
Okay,
war.
I'll give you $250. I'll be at your house in 2 hours. No, they mean like best offers in like I'll take, you know,
Anything
up to
better.
1,000 or
Yeah.
more or whatever, you know, like
Yeah.
Right, this is the starting bid.
yeah.
Yeah. What were you getting, Orange Whip? What did you miss out on? Oh, do you leave?
It was just a golden tea.
Oh, okay.
You didn't want that shit.
There's a million of
right.
those. There's one of those every week.
That's a really rare game. I don't know.
I think your local
But it
Walmart
was-
has them on clearance. Like
it was
99
$100.
bucks. The one up.
It was $100 and it was a golden T4 complete. And the guy arranged to pick up Sunday, and then he fucking told me on Saturday that he sold it. I'm like, what the fuck? You already agreed to pick it up on Sunday. I could have picked it up on Saturday, but he said no.
So, nope.
It turns out somebody on Reddit found it, and some other guy posted. The guy who got it posted a pic of it on Reddit, and I was happy for him because it was his first game, and he's super excited to get it. So whatever.
Well, Carrie, I really enjoyed your video. It was
Yeah,
it was
great.
awesome,
Yeah.
and now I know why the last scene would take forever because you got to get all those people together. Jim has to throw a bunch of parties every weekend to get all the shots.
I should share some photos of the setup. I took a lot of production photos because I used every light in my arsenal I could and then I bought some too on top of that.
Yeah, and huge props we have to say to Chris Rhodes.
Chris
for throwing,
Rhodes.
Yeah, because he threw a party and
That
invited.
was at his house.
Yeah, so we had he had some collectors there as well as a bunch of his friends. Yeah, that's his. So
So you really didn't get a food fight?
Boy, though, huh? Fetty didn't show up.
Yeah.
We tried. The funny thing about that is he was supposed he kind of bailed at the last minute. He couldn't make or Chris didn't
Yeah, I think
know
he was a maybe, and then
he was a maybe, and then and the funny thing is that the my cameo in there was supposed to be his.
Yeah.
And I had written that specifically for him.
That would have been hilarious.
And,
Yeah.
and it's we can talk about that offline. It's a little bit of a story. But
It's still great to have you in there because I don't think you've been in any of the other videos.
No,
right? Yeah.
no, yeah. So
I was going to say, Jimbo's the new Stan Lee.
Yeah.
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 Jim was the director.
Like Alfred Hitchcock. That's what I was thinking.
I had this, those like I'll throw together a blooper reel for the whole thing like I've done before, but that was really weird to setting up that shot, going up to my cabinet and having the music loop and looking at like I record probably 15, 20 of those takes because it was so quick, and then to pick the best one of me, I'm like directing and coaching myself. It was weird. Yeah.
Your own
the director's an asshole.
Yeah, exactly. Wait, I had a hair out of the place.
Oh, but yeah, so it was bizarre because, so going back to Chris Rhodes' place, so it was the most bizarre request maybe ever for a video that me and Carrie get on speakerphone and we call Chris. I'm like, how are we going to do this? This is September, and we're like, we need him to throw a fake Christmas party that we can shoot there. And well, eventually we're like, well, Chris, I don't know how else we can put it. Would you be willing to throw a party for us at your place, a Christmas party, and get a bunch of people over there so that we can shoot a music video?
That's where it was.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we couldn't think of another place where there could be enough people. It could be wide open. Plus, he has that beautiful food fight. So like a lot of this hinged on whether or not that would work. And there was a couple weeks where we didn't hear anything from him. Like he had said, yeah, I'll do it and stuff. But we were getting a little bit nervous. And then I'm like, oh shit, how are we going to rewrite this thing? Or because that's a whole last scene. And then we got there at
I'll draw a picture of a party, and you can just film a pull away shot.
Yeah. Oh, Mark. Yeah.
Oh, Mark. Yeah, exactly.
It's like some early '80s clip of a party at some arcade. Not even them at all.
And you can just green screen Carrie in there dancing.
Well, it's funny. Like he,
I like that you have me dancing like the gopher in Caddyshack.
I'm all right.
Yep.
Oh, here we go.
Word about me.
Yeah. So we got there. We got to Chris's it was like 1 or 2 in the afternoon. He had people start coming over at 7, but we didn't get enough people until about 8. So I got everything set up, and we were shooting from about that 8 or 9 o'clock until Carrie, what time do we leave? 3 or 4 in the morning?
Yeah. I think we left it. Yeah, I think it
was about 16 or 17 shots that we needed. And because the setup and takedown took so long, and then to direct a bunch of drunk people, like half the people were just blitzed.
Oh no.
Yeah. So some of them were Chris's arcade friends. He had a handful of arcade friends and people who are collectors. And but then there's a whole lot of friends he knows from the bar and other areas.
There's a local tavern there. Yeah.
Yeah, and they might have been drinking a little heavier.
Wow. Awesome.
And Jim and I are completely sober.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Let me share this. I'll share a couple photos of mine. This is just my initial setup. So here's like for that opening shot. I'm trying to get everything else set up here.
Chris's
this
place?
Is yep. So normally, you see all of his games. Those are normally pushed up against the wall. We had to pull them out probably about 2 feet so I can get all of my lights set up here. I got a couple, one up here.
I recognize the death race.
Yeah.
There. I didn't realize that was Fetty made that for Chris Rhodes.
Yeah. So
that was my first thought when I saw that. Was like, oh, is this at Fed's house? And I was like, no, that's not his basement.
Yeah, and then trying to avoid all the reflections and stuff of lights and mirrors and TVs and stuff was a challenge too. The initial shot, we actually shot most of it in order because that initial shot where there had the most amount of people and it was going to require the most amount of.
So Jim, which one is Chris Rhodes? I don't know the guy.
He's the guy in the red sweater that puts his arm, that gives her a hug. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Or that I hug him. Yeah, he puts his arm around me, and he's supposed to be the one who's selling me the food fight for the price that I had seen it from.
He's the guy that looks like Joe Dirt.
So Gleek, he used to be super active on KLV, and I want to say it was like the first or second year I started being active was like when he went out. like 2012-ish.
He's come in and out of the hobby numerous times. I would say he's light into it. He's still very active as far as like he does stuff, but his collection used to be like he's got, I don't know, 10 games in the Wizard.
Yeah, they're like amazing condition.
Yeah,
right?
Oh,
pristine.
he puts me to
amazing.
shame, and he puts Sean to shame. He's the only other person. So he was the first Minnesota person to help me when I first got into the hobby with monitors and stuff, and he's the only one I think that has close to the same level as OCD as I do when it comes to monitors. But
yeah, and the inside of his cabinets are ridiculous.
You can eat off of them.
Yeah, it's like he's those powder coated the bolts.
Right,
He vinyls the inside of cabinets and shit like that. His
it's ridiculous.
The coin mechs on the inside are replated and stuff.
Right.
So like there isn't a fucking it's just amazing.
Either. Right?
No.
Yeah.
Well, he just bought I told you he just bought the collector's edition of Willy Wonka.
Nice.
That's 12 and a half G's.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think it actually
Plus
now
shipping
I think about it. I
and
think it was
yeah, plus tax.
I think it was
Tax was
2000. It was
$500.
2011 at CAX. I met him.
Am I still presented?
And then I think he basically
I don't
stopped.
think I am. But,
Stopped being active on KLV shortly after that. But
yeah, he's not.
He went out there.
He's
with
on
Fed, I
there,
think.
but he doesn't post a lot. Yeah. Yeah. But he's one of the nicest people I know, hands down. Carrie's. We've been over there numerous times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even before
Props
then.
to him,
And his house is ginormous. It's beautiful. Yeah. I mean.
And he put up with you guys and your quest and all
Oh,
that.
I know, right? Yeah,
He went above and beyond.
He was a spectacular host because he would herd the drunk people. Be like, all right,
come on, let's go.
Yeah, because it would take a bunch of time to set up the next shot.
Yeah,
and then
herding cats.
and then he would be like, okay, and so we need quiet over here, and like at one point, most of the party scene, you'll notice I'm not singing, but there's a couple scenes where I'm singing. And for those, like they needed to be quiet enough so I could actually hear the lyrics to be able to
and they wanted to keep having music blaring, and we couldn't do that. So like there was
awesome.
The problem is that like since we did, it was kind of a catch-22. If I could do this again, I would have shot that first scene just the way I did, or that first shot. Then I would have done the last two shots with the crowd behind you right after that, because people started filtering out, but then the people that stayed were just fucking lit. And then we had one girl that was like sick and coughing up a storm, and she had to leave. In fact, I was telling Carrie, like I had a bunch of takes, and I'm going through the footage, and I have my method for editing different takes, and I'm going through the footage and I'm starting to panic because, God, she looks awkward in this shot. And how did I not notice how awkward her position was? And it's just weird. And I'm getting to the end. I'm like, oh God, I hope these. And of course, the last two shots were beautiful. So I'm like, thank God, like she's out of there. And but that's usually the case. Like I need at least two good takes that like make me really happy, and anything beyond that's bonus. And so almost always the last take is the best one. It happens a lot. It's either the first or the last usually.
Right.
So anyways, but yeah, it was slow.
Yeah, I see the clip, and she's like shows a picture of like a minty food fight for $1,000 on Instagram, or what was it?
Oh yeah.
Whatever.
By the way,
thing. I'm like, what the fuck? How the hell did she find that?
Right.
Like, damn it.
Yeah. By the way, those Craigslist, those Craigslist graphics or fake ads were fun to put together. But I had to go through all the dates because this was supposed to be at the very beginning of the video. It's supposed to be happening in the late summer, and so I'm like, well, shit, these December dates or November dates aren't gonna cut it. So I had a little Photoshop work and then just throw an ad on there.
Right.
So, yeah, but yeah.
I was like,
Yeah,
damn it, how did I miss that one?
I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Because it was in
Carrie,
Minnesota.
you and I our zones overlap a little. So.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Exactly.
I was telling Carrie,
that's my Minnesota life.
Oh, okay, there you go.
I'm like, this is like the Toyota RAV4 commercial because there's a lot of driving in this video, but that's kind of the name of the game. It's like she's going after all these pickups and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Tetris cabinet, that photo on the phone, and her, that's my stuff, and that's me.
Yours,
we were at the storage unit for that. Yeah.
Yeah, which was the
No
beginning of the last.
inside.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
I like
can't
that.
wait to show you guys bloopers to that. She bumped her head a couple of times.
Oh, wow.
Did I come up with that? Because we were talking about like how are we supposed to poke your head out?
Yeah, that I actually think that one was me.
Hey folks, I'm gonna cut out on you guys because I have a very early morning.
All right, happy holidays.
Happy holiday. Have a great Christmas and New Year's, Lewis.
Come on more often.
Bye, dude.
Wish you well to you and your family.
Likewise. Thank you.
Yeah.
All
Take care.
right.
We'll see you.
Good night.
And I think Orange Whip cut out a little while ago.
Yep.
He's like
He did.
frozen.
He's frozen
in
on my
time.
screen too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Frozen orange whip.
Yes,
Now he's
exactly.
gone.
Isn't that an orange creamsicle?
Yeah.
Everyone
yeah,
they all just come for the video and then they leave just as quick.
Yeah, right.
It's over.
They're like, all right, we're done.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, there's
Sorry,
a lot
that
going
hat
on
was
with
causing some chafing. It had to go.
Yeah, I took
Oh.
off.
Andrew's not wearing
Fair
his
enough.
hat either.
No.
It's too
that. I'm
goddamn
surprised I
hot.
still have mine on. Yeah.
Oh,
I know those
Carrie
things
does
make
that.
you hot, right?
It's I mean, yeah, it's a fucking winter hat.
Yeah, it's,
That I'm wearing
it's
inside.
doing its job.
Yeah,
I know.
yeah.
Kill all of you. And you know why Santa's pissed off sitting there all day at the mall.
Right.
Like, sweet Jesus,
Itchy.
what a miserable job.
Yeah. Oh, that's for sure.
I like
Not to
that scene in
mention
Fast
the
Times. The
kids
little
pissing
kid's
on
like,
his lap.
"Mommy," and he's like pissing all over his leg.
Oh yeah. Oh no.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's right.
How fucking long do I have to wait? I hate
Mommy.
Christmas. Yeah. Mom. Oh no.
Sadie,
It's like
Sadie,
so wet. Too.
Sadie.
Oh, it's awful.
Yeah.
here, Sadie.
Oh, yeah. Oh, nope, she's out. Well, I had to take
Yeah.
the door out because they were barking, so
Wearing
that's why they've been,
headphones.
I'm gonna get a refill. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
been not.
Gary,
on
where
there
did
for
the
a while.
Vectrix go? It's not no longer behind you.
It's at the office.
Ah, okay. Is it
Or she
getting
can be
used?
really productive.
Yeah. The office.
Welcome to the show there, Gleek.
Yeah.
I'm here. I'm here twice, even.
Yeah.
If you don't post in the
Yeah, you
IRC,
are.
he doesn't know.
Yeah.
Oh, that's how it is.
You mentioned Vectrex. That made me think of Arcade Jason.
Yeah.
Did you guys happen to catch
yeah.
his latest YouTube video he did?
No, what's it
No.
about?
It's
Oh, what
freaking
was it?
hilarious. So it's people can edit them. It's like a scene from Inglourious Bastards, I think, where it's like Hitler and it's all in
that one.
German, and they'll re-edit all the text and it'll show
Oh,
text.
Oh, they
at
do
the
that
bottom.
on Clav all the time. Yeah.
Yes, so
yeah, they got
he
me
made
one too.
he made one that was basically on there's a game he really wanted, like a vector game, Speed Freak or something, but it had been converted to a 60-in-1. It's pretty hilarious. Like, so if you guys get a chance, check that out. But yeah, read the
He's
text.
super talented, I have to say. It's fun. His videos.
Yeah,
are-
Arcade Jason. Yeah.
Yeah, seeing what he does, especially in the vector platforms, and what he's done for Vectrex, and he's a smart dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, I met him.
I have the nerdy appeal
Yes.
either, and
He-
without,
he,
I don't know how
uh,
else to say that.
He what?
I don't know how else to put this politely, but he does not have the geeky nerdy appearance.
Yeah.
He doesn't have like thick. I mean, like the stereotypical. He doesn't look like
Right.
a nerd. He to me, but he's like super.
Yeah.
And then
He doesn't.
Dave.
Yeah, he doesn't look like Adam. Like,
so Dave, I don't know if he actually mentioned you by name, but couple videos ago maybe he had fire escape parts he got from you or something.
Yeah.
And he got the one that he believes the prototype, the Firebug or whatever.
Yeah,
you got that
I
from
don't
you?
think it's a prototype because the stuff was already printed.
It could be. It absolutely could be.
Well, the only thing is my thing against it was that the art was already made for Fire Escape and it was cut and paid. It doesn't matter. He thought it was cool.
Oh, so they cut production art to fit into that cabinet.
Correct, like somebody messing around.
See.
Yeah, I don't know for a fact, but he's a super nice guy. And it was funny because there's like that toy store I talked about that was like a block down from the storage unit.
Right.
I took my kids were in the car when I went and I'm like, oh, we're gonna go. So all of a sudden I'm in the store and he comes in and he ends up buying a huge TIE fighter to put over Star Wars.
Oh yeah, and then it wouldn't fit. That's right. I saw the video. He was talking about that.
Yeah, he's walking around. Super.
That's
nice.
where he got it.
I'm a big fan of his. Real nice guy. Yeah, and he thought it was funny because he thought I was when he saw New York, he thought it was more like towards New York City, but he was only 3 hours from me.
New York City.
Yes, he goes, wow, this is a lot easier drive than I thought it was.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, he was super awesome, dude.
Nice.
So he has auctions on Facebook too. Sells all that stuff.
Oh yes, Gleek, you and I interacted a little on.
Yeah, I bought it. Yeah. Oh,
weeks ago.
Clay, you bit up my coin door that's sitting over here.
I let you have it.
You bastard.
I'm like, what a fucker. Out of here.
Oh, shit. Was that Dave? Do I know
Dick. Yeah. I'm like, thanks, Gleek.
That's kind of an interesting concept to do that. I mean, I know Richie Knuckles did that too.
Yeah.
And I think even what's her name? Jen
May.
Oh yeah.
Jen May, yeah. I think key though is you got to be confident that a lot of arcade collectors follow you on Facebook.
Yeah, they're
before
fun,
you can
though.
even do that.
They're fun as hell.
Because I mean, I have excessive amounts of random shit, but I
should
can't
have one.
imagine how much Jen May and Richie Knuckles and Arcade Jason have. It's got to be 10 times what I got or more.
Let's have a GAC auction.
You just wind up having these boxes and boxes and boxes of shit, and you're like, it's just overwhelming. And trying to do eBay or listing everything with photos on KLV, however, to just move it along. You don't necessarily want to give it away, but you want to make it worth your time to sell stuff, right?
Yeah.
And so they do that, but sometimes there could be some gems in there, I suppose.
Yeah.
I kept asking him, like, got any of this stuff? Got any of that stuff? To Arcade Jason. He told me to message him separately.
He's making some. He's doing it all in one. It's like a what do you call that thing when everybody dances? What the hell is that thing when they jump?
Hoedown?
No, where they all jump up in the dance at the same time.
Rave.
Hustle.
Where they're fake dance. People are walking around and they
like
get
they do it at malls and stuff where they all
flash mob.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's like a flash mob. He's getting all this stuff. He'll do a one night sale. Somebody's gonna lose, somebody's gonna make, but you're making this money in one time. And with the auction, he doesn't have to do. I don't know how it works, but he's not dealing with eBay and shit. And it's like, boom, let's just do it once. I can do it all at once and spend a day boxing the shit up, packing it, instead of like staggering, I'll list this, I'll list this. I do it once and this is everything we sold. I got $3,000 or whatever. This is better than if I piecemealed it out. Oh, maybe I would have gotten 4, but fuck, it would have taken me, an extra 2 months and I gotta stagger it. Let me just, I'll make some more and lose some. Yeah, I have 2 Arcade Jason buys. One is the Dragon's Lair Laserdisc, which I don't own a Dragon's Lair. And then the Donkey Kong coin door, which I'm happy with because mine's looks like it's been backed and due by a semi. So
nice.
But yeah, Gleek bid me up. I had it for 25, and then he shows up in the auction like while I'm doing it, and then he makes it 30, 40. I'm like, I was the only guy. I'm like,
now I have to kill all of you.
Well, to be fair,
Dave, did you get a mini Dragon's Lair like Gak and Andrew and I did?
No,
that Replicade
one.
I haven't got it yet. If you guys have got it, then you know somebody.
They did it. Well, we don't physically have them, but did you do the
Kickstarter?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes,
so you'll have a Dragon's Lair soon.
Yeah,
so you'll have another shelf toy collecting desk like the rest of us. Yes.
Yeah. I don't even like to throw the boxes away. I have the boxes still. I love those things.
No, it'll be next to the Merlin.
Sure. I can't get rid of the boxes for it. They're
Yeah,
just
I
too
mean
cool
it's
looking.
like, I mean, super high quality box.
Yeah,
I mean,
they
geez.
are. Like if I saw that in the store, I'd like, oh, what's this? It's like,
Yeah.
I'm surprised
Maybe
they
if it
don't have
was
them in
like,
stores
you know,
yet.
your typical brown box with black ink on it, I was like, whatever, throw it away. But
No,
this
they
one's
use
got
that
full
weird like
color and thick.
plastic, it's like a coating. It feels like a
Yeah.
plastic
Like a glossy, yeah.
All right, here's a question: if my
matte
centipede
black.
box is a little ripped, would you
cool.
guys put the clear packing tape over it, and just leave it ripped, and don't do anything to it?
Leave what ripped?
Like my centipede, the box for the. I'm not going to reach it.
Replicate.
Yeah, because I bought mine off of Craigslist for $50. That was
Nice.
a good deal. The box is a little ripped.
Leave it ripped. Don't put tape over it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I was asking. I was looking at Andrew. No, don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Well, it's like the Merlin.
It's not going to
box.
be worth anything more.
Yes.
but
No,
it's
there's
not
a
like it's like a
little
vintage
here.
star. It's not going to be that big.
Do I fix the rip or just leave it?
No, leave it. Leave it.
All right.
That's different. Really don't fuck with that one.
Yeah, this is old
Plenty
as
of
fuck.
boxes with rips. It's fine.
It's worth less if you put tape on it. Even if it's
Yeah, instead of $25, it's worth $24.
well, you never. I mean, no, but like the boxes for like collectors for old stuff, like the Vectrex carries with the box and stuff like that, makes a big difference in the value.
When I sold the He-Man stuff to that vintage toy store, he was like, "Ooh, you have the boxes? You know,
They have,
boxes are a
they have
big deal.
serial numbers on the Vectrex boxes.
Wow, that was so elite."
I know.
That's like driving a Porsche. Yeah.
So something I saw.
A hydrogen Porsche.
Yes.
Electric Porsche. Porsche.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, this is like an age-old argument. It's like an age-old argument with collectors / restorers. But I saw this thing recently on Facebook, and it's actually Matt Owensby, the guy who created the Dexter and the Merlin setup, I think.
Yeah, Matt
Right?
or whatever. His name is,
Owensby, I think is his name.
Owensby.
Well, he posted a couple pictures on like a restoration Facebook group or something like that. He had side by side. He didn't really go into detail of what was really going on. He just kind of showed the two pictures side by side for reference. He showed an original Dragon's Lair control panel with an overlay on it, no joystick or buttons, and then another picture of one with a reproduction overlay on it. And the one that was like original, it had some flaws, a crack and a little bit peeling on the bend. But it really was like, to me, it was like a 9 out of 10. I wouldn't mess with it, But and then he showed the other one where it's like brand new overlay. It looks beautiful. And all these people are like chiming in like, oh, great job. Looks awesome. I'd probably do the same thing. And then people start just like railing him like, how can you do that to original art? Why waste,
unless it's
perfectly
trashed.
Perfectly
really
good overlay
trashed, yeah.
and just like laying in on him about it. And then people are doing like side arguments related to restoration versus reproduction, all that kind of stuff. And then he's like, relax, everyone. These are two different control panels. He's like, this was a blank control panel that was painted black that I put a new overlay on it. I'm
Jesus
keeping my
Christ.
original old school. He's just like, he just wanted to show them side by side, like, oh my God, people
Everybody
just get
gets
so freaked out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so aggro over that
but
shit.
it really is,
If I
bottom
see you
line.
in public, I'm gonna punch you in the face.
Yeah.
Klopp is very partisan.
Yes,
Oh my
I mean, I agree with the arguments to not do that, but like at the same time, it's his fucking control.
Exactly. So yes, and I was
It's like
about to
it's
say-
Chance's Donkey Kong. It's purple.
I was about to say the same thing, Andrew. It's like it's your shit. If you want to
He
destroy
loves
it,
that
that's
shit
your
that we
own
give him
fuck
shit.
up you decide to do.
I
It's
assure you,
not-
only that is the only purple wiring in a Donkey Kong cabinet in Canada, and
He
probably
loves
anywhere
being
in the
known
world.
for that, though. I think he eats it up.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, Chance, if you're listening to this, how's your truck doing?
Oh,
Oh yeah. I saw that comment.
Wow, zinger.
well,
He tagged me
that
on his
wasn't
picture.
actually his, though.
No, it was,
That's
it was a work
company.
truck, and unfortunately, I can't drop my mic. It's on the stand, so I don't want to drop this thing. I just
stop it like it's hot.
Chance was awesome, and I have to say, he and I are now Facebook friends, and he posts some funny shit.
Yeah, he does. He does funny stuff.
It was the hotel room, how to leave your hotel room to freak out the kids. That's what Seabart tagged me on, like saying we should have done that in our hotel room.
Chance posts a lot of
it's hilarious.
Memes on his Facebook. That's what I like.
Chance, I would have done that. However, the hotel room in Boise was under Chris's name, and I didn't want that crap.
Yeah. Well, that's some good pom-pom action you got going on there, Jim.
You like that?
Yeah.
Well, you're the only one left.
I might have shared or posted.
I put it back on.
Yeah.
I might have posted in our
Jim's
Slack
flopping,
some of the stuff Chance.
34 is flashing us, and Carrie's just horny.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I would mute yourself after that one too. It's all downhill from here. That's night. Good night, folks. That's it. It's like George on fucking Seinfeld. Yeah.
Look how Gleek's climbing up in a chair in his basement.
You gotta leave on a high note.
I know. We're one awkward moment away from
hey, can you adjust that sign in the background there?
Which one? Oh,
I hope you're not wearing a belt.
He can't hear us. Oh,
all the better.
That's a lot of work to shut down your shit down there. Climbing up ladders, reaching over games.
Yeah, I thought you could just Alexa it or something.
Oh, nice.
I can hear you guys. I just put myself on mute is all.
I can hear you.
Yeah. Mike Gleek, this is the Detroit police. Come out with your hands up.
Yeah.
You are being raided.
And your pants down. Oh, did you say that too? Yeah. I am the great Cornholio. Come out with your pants down.
Do you have any TB?
when he starts walking by all the stalls, like plop.
All my games are on.
Whoa! One-handed? He moved the entire cab.
Look, Mom, no hands.
Well, it looks like no monitor, no circuit board.
It's like my Tetris cabinet after we were done with it.
Right.
That's right. Yeah.
We had to pull the monitor out and all that shit.
Oh yeah, no, that's true. Because it does in fact have a monitor.
It does in fact work. Yes.
Yeah.
By the way, your challenge is accepted. I'm going to find out why Missile Command is not firing.
Oh shit! I didn't ask Seabart if I satisfied him with, you raised the bar so high last year. Did it?
You did.
Work? Okay.
You did.
Yeah, that's why I'm not doing. That's why from here it's all downhill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least without a budget.
For me to have
I promise
Missile Command and Starship behind me working. Challenge accepted.
Oh shit! You're gonna work on it now, live.
No. Hell no, not right now.
live repair right here.
Hell no. But it's out. And
4 hours later,
I'm not getting any power.
Carrie's already bored.
Yes.
I've had a hell of a week.
This is Seabart. 4 hours later.
I'm fascinated by it. By the promise of arcade work.
Wait, who would lose? We lost somebody there.
That was Gleek downstairs.
Gleek second cam.
Mundang noodle, you
Mundang noodle.
You snort hunger, flame monger, snack a shell caca.
Wow.
Snack a shell caca.
Hey, did we talk about
Mundang noodle? That's so good.
Did we ever talk about that the Rick and Morty pinball is coming out?
I mentioned it to Carrie.
Sold out.
Yeah.
Sold out right away within hours.
Yeah, I went to look at because I wanted to look at it, and
I've
I'm
never
like, they
watched
already
that
pulled
show.
the video.
My youngest son, he loves that show. I mean, he's like so nerdy over it. And I sent him a link about the pinball.
Is that the Ben Heck group or whatever, or that makes that or
Spooky Pinball? Yeah, it's Ben Heck's
Ben Heck's
team. I don't know if he's still part of it though.
I used to be subscribed to that channel for a while, and then
I was too.
Then I realized that then he stopped doing a lot of shit like regularly.
He got tired of it. Yeah. But anyway, that's one of their biggest licenses. I mean, they had Alice Cooper was their last game, which is actually a lot of people really like it. I haven't played it, but this one, when it was announced, like we haven't even played it or even really seen gameplay of it. It was just like a few
theme,
little
based on theme alone.
No, they showed a few snapshots of the playfield, but nothing like working, right? And then and then they opened up for sales for it, and boom, sold out in just a matter of hours. So I think Joe Abate, that we all know, he bought one, I believe. So
he has all the Jersey Jacks, I think. By the way.
He gets all that stuff. So that arcade that you guys where he works at, is it a
Coin Op game room?
Coin Op, yes. It'll probably be there. So I'll keep tabs on it from him.
That's the question, because there's Sacramento, there's San Diego, there's
I'll
San
find it's not
Francisco.
the it's the
if
one
Joe
you
has his way with it, it'll be Sacramento.
Whatever the place that you and Gak all met at one time.
Okay, that was
Sacramento.
That's the one he works at. I believe. So anyway, I'll keep tabs with him to find out when it's coming in, so you guys can. How far is that place from you guys? From you and Gak?
It's a lot further for Carrie. For me, it's maybe 15, 20-minute drive.
What's Alice Cooper? Was that like the
2.5 hours for me? 2 hours.
Oh,
is the Alice Cooper pin? Is that the haunted house or the scary little one where it's like
a castle?
Is it really? It's a really dark. Is that really dark one, Carrie, that we played? That we're like, this is kind of cool, but it's really dark.
Yeah, I think so.
Pinagogo or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah.
There was Rob Zombie one.
Rob Zombie's is very, very dark. It might be that one that you're thinking of.
Oh,
I think it was like America's Most Haunted or something. Yeah.
So America's Most Haunted, and then there's Rob Zombie's House of Horrors, I think.
Maybe
I don't remember the Rob Zombie. I remember the America's Most Haunted because it was such a weird title.
Yeah, that's a spooky.
No, this one had a specific person's name attached to it that I remember playing.
Okay, so we're thinking of different ones.
All right.
It was really dark.
You guys, it's late for me. I'm going to bed. Happy holidays to everybody.
All right.
Hey, Gleek.
Wait, hold on. Let me
Merry
send
Christmas.
you off here.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Enjoy your raw bacon, motherfucker.
Kiss your ass.
Happy Hanukkah.
I don't know if you heard me joking about that last
Merry
time.
Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Kiss my ass.
That's not his
Kiss his ass.
Come on.
Kiss your ass. Happy Hanukkah.
Kiss my ass.
Kiss his ass.
Right, Gleek. Oh, there you go.
He's like, I'm out.
Oh, good.
I'm out.
Yeah.
I'll see you in the IRC, or my bot will. Yeah.
His asshole bot.
Yeah.
Can you make it a nice Christmas bot just for the month?
Yeah.
You can say nice things like Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.
The whole Christmas season is going so quickly. It doesn't feel like
month
we're
is
at
just
the
flown.
Man.
I mean, I feel like we shot that scene at Chris's like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, I know. Well, we practically did.
Mm.
You put that together.
That's that
quickly.
whole thing about time. It's relative, right?
Yeah.
The older I get, the quicker it seems to go by.
Yeah. This time of the year as a kid would take like all year. It would be like months and months. You'd be starting counting down to days to Christmas in like September.
Yeah, one month when I was 12 years old versus 1 month now, I'm like, man.
Yeah.
It's 4 times as fast. Yeah.
Except for like high
relative.
School. Yeah.
Yes.
High school and college, that kind of sucked too. It's like, I can't wait till finals are done. Yeah. High school is the shit. Or I mean the shits.
Yeah.
Shitty.
High school was shit.
Yeah.
Yes. Was shit. Yes.
It was it was better than everything before it though.
Yes.
Like junior high. Oh my god.
was even
junior
shittier.
high.
Junior high sucked.
Yeah,
Junior high was
awful.
I hated it.
Awkward.
Junior high sucked balls.
Yeah. So much awkward. That was
Well, I got my first
hated
kiss.
junior high. And I hated high school a little less.
Yes, exactly. That would be it. Yeah. It was
certain years of high school. Certain years, not all years of high school were.
I've been out of high school for 8 years. I still hate high school.
8 years?
Did you say 8 years?
8 years.
So what did it take you like 7 years to get through high school?
That's how they do it in Canada, huh?
I graduated in 2002, so
yeah, that's 8 years ago.
Someone do the
totally.
math.
I'm not so sure. Yeah, how you're doing on the math.
This math is awesome.
That was a great high school you went to, clearly.
We just got
Canadian high school there, eh? It was a Canadian high school there, eh? So we all had to do
it's
metric.
It's
metric years. That's right.
No one told me
we
to
had
do
to take a
math on the
snowmobile
show.
to school.
High school started with grade 6.
So 1 year in the U.S. is 2.54 years in Canada.
Yeah.
4 liters a metric conversion.
4 liters. Why am I taking
It's like doggy years. It all makes sense.
Yes.
My only question is, why am I taking advice from a guy who hasn't done a cap kit yet?
Good point.
Nice.
All right. Well, so
yeah, but I got more than 3 games working in my arcade. How you like that?
Oh,
drop this
the arcade off. Do you feel the Christmas cheer?
Gaxon, you have forgotten about the working pinball and working dartboard in my basement.
All right, I got more than
He still
6
has
games
more working games.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just trying to set your limit.
All right, or you can just do it in a matter of percentages.
Oh,
What percentage of your games are working, Chris?
I think I'm over 50. I
Zero
think I'm
between the lines.
I might be
Zero.
between
Read
60 and
between the
75%. Working.
Can't see a line, can you, Russ?
Can't see the line, can you, Russ?
No.
I don't know where it was on Facebook, but I actually had a post. Shitter's full.
Yeah.
Gax saw it. Oh shit.
All right.
Oh, Gary yawned again.
Holy shit! It's Christmas.
I'm at work, so I'm having to get up extra early, and it was.
Oh, no.
So yeah, because
We're indivisible. If I'm working late, you gotta work late.
Yeah. And worse yet, I have to work early. That's the.
I have 8 pans lasagna
every day.
for
Every day
catering tomorrow by noon.
tomorrow.
Hot.
Ah,
I'm a dead
Charlie.
man.
Yeah, I've been.
That
I'm in
sucks.
charge. Everybody's off. Most of my office is off at a conference, so I'm in charge of the kingdom. And so I got a message like
The queen
2
of the
minutes
castle.
before my normal work time, asking me how everything was going from the boss.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
Yeah.
I love my Christmas songs.
You're a
You
mean
have-
one,
you're-
Mr.
yeah.
Mame.
Yeah.
Hey, did I talk about the gift from my brother, which I do have to mail out tomorrow? This is a license plate from Showbiz Pizza with my brother's name, which I saw. Did I talk about this already?
Oh wow! No.
No, so I was looking at.
No, but that's kind
I
of
was looking at Showbiz.
I think after show we talked about it.
Oh, and they had like the non-normal names or the non-popular names. Somebody must have found a lot of license plates that are original old stock. So it was like maybe Martha or other like Cornelius or something that wasn't. So this is Glenn with one N, and it's an actual license plate. Showbiz. That's my brother's name, so I have to mail it to him because I'm just gonna put a mail sticker over it. But I was like, oh my god.
Wow.
There was no popular names there, but they were all.
Where did you actually find that at?
It was on eBay, but
On
they were
eBay.
all. There was like, maybe 10 non-popular.
Yeah, yeah.
And I saw Glenn with one N because it was always 2 N's, and it's
okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna send it to him. He'll get a kick out of it because he was video gamer.
Nice.
In fact, today I called him like, "Do you remember ever playing in television? Where do we play television?" He's like, "Oh, the neighbor across the street." And I'm like, "Oh, I remember playing Cousin John," because I was listening to another podcast and they were talking about a television game, which I did not remember because I did not play a lot of in television. That's it.
But so, Dave, did you and your
end.
brother?
Wait, I love that story.
That's cool though. Yeah, that's cool, Gift.
I
So
love that
did
story.
you and Glenn play at Showbiz Pizza back in the day, or?
Yes. That was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That was like we had putt golf games. We both had birthday parties at Showbiz, and my dad was such a photography nut, but in that time frame, he did not take any pictures or still photos or videos. And I'm like, I cannot believe there's not like any videos of us being there. He goes, well, because I was hanging out with you guys. And I wasn't, he got out of it. And I'm like, I would love to see some vintage. We had multiple birthday parties there, and it's like, no, they're non-existent. But that was a neat gift, a little $10 eBay purchase.
Nice.
I have a really cool thing I want to open right now that I bought for my son. It's sitting here and I haven't looked at it. It's an eBay purchase for $135 for a 7-year-old. And this is going to be a bonus. I'm going to open it. Fuck it. You guys are going to be like, what the fuck? When I open
Like
it.
you spent $135 on this? All right.
On this thing, yeah. Hold on. I'm going to get a razor blade. You guys are going to be like, are you kidding me? So this is not an arcade thing, but and I don't have batteries because it takes 9 volts, but you're going to be like, what the fuck? All right. I'm going to mute my mic.
All right.
I love it when you mute my mic. I mean, your mic. He's a mic muter.
So,
I like
Mock,
your
you got
definition.
any?
No.
You got any new pins you're eyeballing for next year?
I'm gonna check out Rick and Morty because that's a show that I like.
You mean potentially for your own collection?
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to sell something, and I don't really want to let go of anything right now.
Yeah.
I really like all three of my pins a lot.
Right. Yeah.
So, I mean, what do I can't get rid of Monster Bash. I just got that.
Right.
Tron's one of my favorites. And Medieval Madness, and people that come visit love playing that game. So
So
it's
two of your three
uh,
pins you bought new in box, right?
Yep. Yeah, I did.
Shit.
And Tron's not going anywhere. So
And Tron's
yeah.
one of my all-time favorites. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's just because that's
Time
I think
to knock out a wall.
Yeah, I know. I get some more money somewhere.
Screw the home office. Knock out the wall between the garage and office, and you just gained another 100 square feet.
The thing, new pins are so expensive too. I mean,
yeah,
having
tell
to
me
pay
about
the tax and the shipping and all that, it's another grand on top of it. And
The Canadian exchange rate, yeah, it's a
it's just
bastard.
a lot of money. So I might have to buy a used from now on. I don't know. But it's not too bad if it's a game that's pretty new. Like if I buy a Willy Wonka, it's gonna be a used one probably if I can. But
And then with the the Ghostbusters new trailer coming out, I'm sure 34K is anticipating his pin's going to skyrocket in value.
Yep.
Yeah. So just keep holding
It'll
on to
soon-
it for a few more months, and you're going to
it'll
like
soon
triple
be
your
for
investment.
sale.
is it dropping in value?
I thought it was already.
I thought it was.
I
Yeah.
don't know. Could be.
Yeah.
I haven't really seen what market prices are going for the premiums.
I could tell you.
What's
He's
a
like, I don't
premium?
wanna-
They
go
are
for?
they are at a lot of arcades, so I see them all the time. So it's
Yeah.
not like they're not. It's not a game
Well, those
that
are-
people enjoy or
Yeah.
The
The question is like pros versus premiums because
You have a
mine's a premium.
Premium,
Yeah.
okay. So it's at number 30, the 30th most popular pin in the world, and
On pin side,
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm looking at pin side, and we're looking at. I'll look on the market. They're going for about. One guy's selling it for 8,000. Another one's 7,100. So
That's more than I paid
range.
for it. Both of those
yeah,
are more than I paid
that's
for
not
it.
bad.
yeah, it's not too
You're not
bad.
going to lose money if you can get that
Yeah,
for it.
yeah.
Yeah.
7,100.
Plus I've done some mods to it
Or
too.
8,000. So 7 or 8,000. Yeah.
Yeah, because I've added the shaker and the airball protectors. And,
Oh my! So this guy added like a ton of extras, and he's
Mhm.
selling for $16,000.
yeah. Good luck with that
Holy
one.
crap.
eBay?
Okay, let me read off what he has on it, Andrew, and you
Yeah.
tell me yes or no. Okay.
Yeah.
Topper.
No, I don't have a topper.
The green slime control panel cover.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah. Green dripping slime on the coin door.
No.
That's fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
Let's see. A speaker light.
Nope.
Sideboard decal. Ball through
I have
lighting.
those.
The firehouse cover. The
Firehouse
slim cover set. I don't know what that is.
I have like the
Yeah.
firehouse. I have the firehouse sign that goes inside that has the Ghostbusters logo on it.
Yeah, I think that's what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Ectoplasm decals. Backboard illumination. Green scoop LED. Ghost trap flipper toppers.
I have
Yeah, he
those.
says- Okay. Slimer pinball green. I guess those are the balls are painted green or something. It's a Ghostbusters dome flasher. Ghostbusters fire hydrant. No parking reserved sign. See, these are all just mods. He's throwing
They're just
all
the
over
simple
it.
mods, yeah.
Yeah, license plate coin door, Ghostbusters upgraded.
And I've
So he's
got, like,
got
the-
more and more.
I bet
So
the-
he's got
the
like
stacked
maybe
books
$1,000 of mods, and he's trying to double his money.
Yeah, yeah.
Probably.
And what people laugh at is that they just go, no, it's not worth that much.
Yeah.
We're not going to pay that much.
Is it? And that's a premium, not an LE.
That's an LE, but he's asking for with all those mods, 16,000, which is way too much. He
That's
should be
too much.
asking like 7 or 8, yeah.
Yeah.
But or maybe 9 because the highest one was going at 8.
Well, yeah, and I mean the LEs are worth more. Because they have got like I don't like the artwork on them, but they got the green armor.
I think they play better than the pros. So.
Oh yeah, for sure. No, I mean all the different stuff they added to the
the subway and stuff. Yeah,
the subway and the ecto goggles and
I love that. Yeah,
that's a great effect.
All right, Dave's got his thing unpackaged.
All right, Dave.
Whoa, stand up so we can see
Show us your package.
Show us your vibrating butt plug.
for his kid.
For Christmas.
That he paid $135 for.
It takes 9-volt batteries.
Does it glow in the dark?
It better be waterproof.
No.
I hope it glows in the dark.
All right, I'm opening the package.
Is it flavored?
I'm going to show you this. Okay. I have the remote, but in the picture, the antenna is not here. I mean, the antenna's in the picture, but where is my antenna? I don't see it in the package.
Not a retractable thing.
No, it's not.
Slide
It's
out.
something you'd screw in. It's a remote with a screw.
I'm not touching that.
I don't.
Yeah.
See, I'm really.
It's just silicone, latex.
It's washable.
So it's like a giant Xbox controller you paid $135 for.
No, but I'm wondering where the remote or where the antenna is for this remote. It's in the photo.
Is there something that goes to the remote, or did you just buy a remote?
No. There's something that goes to the remote. But okay.
All right, you're still in packaging.
All right, here we go.
Well, at his age, I mean, sometimes it takes a little longer.
Yes.
All this work just to show us his Sibian.
Yes.
Oh.
What am I looking at? A monkey?
Why is that remote controlled?
Oh, that's
because
weird.
it is an animatronic monkey that moves the eyes. It is made by.
Fuck. That could really creep someone out.
Yeah, I would.
What the hell? Is it made from a movie or something?
No.
Wow.
I'm having a serious Planet of the Apes moment right now.
I would inspect the interior of that. I would inspect the interior of that mouth before you give it to your kid. Just to be sure.
This is a gift for your child because
I know you gotta make sure there's no deposits inside.
Make sure the teeth aren't floating and cum.
It is for animatronics.
Mock just goes right in for the words. I just wanted to imply stuff.
Just fuck innuendo. Let's just.
I was gonna say that's a fucking awesome thing.
Way too slow.
I was just gonna say how cool that is, but then Mock's like,
somebody fucked that thing's
Jack
throat.
said deposits.
Yeah.
I had to go up one higher.
So Dave, say something so that you're highlighted.
direct deposit.
Dave, speak, please.
Hello.
That's a direct deposit.
Yeah, look at this thing. Look at this thing.
Jimbo.
So is it fap worthy or not, Mock?
I like my women shaved a little more.
Yeah, those whiskers would tickle.
But she looks
Wow,
so
that looks
eager and
amazing.
ready to please. Mock.
Crazy.
I'm saying she. Right?
Dave, that's so
Making
cool.
some assumptions.
Yeah.
I know,
Where
but
did-
I'm just bummed about where the hell is the aerial? Because
Well, she has nice
Areola?
flowing hair.
for
I see no
the
nipples.
remote. Well, let me see if there's
Jim,
battery.
behave.
Yeah,
lacking
maybe
on the
is
forehead.
it up inside her?
But, yeah,
You gotta
There, I
tame
have to say.
the crowd there.
where she lacks on the forehead, she makes up for it on the brow ridge.
Does the remote have sucking action? A suction button.
And I need to behave, huh?
It's called the straw.
Yeah.
Suck the straw button.
Test it with your finger.
This sucker will take the chrome off a ball head.
Hey, doctor, can you remove this monkey head from my balls?
Now, Dave. Hey, wait. Is this the Pro
I'll be
or the
right back. I
Premium
need a
or
beer.
the LE?
Hey,
Does it-
No.
hey, Dave, why does your
Dave.
monkey have a shit-eating grin?
Dave, is this the Pro model or the Premium?
Yes.
Does the LE come with like a whole body? Or yeah.
No,
What does it do?
It does everything. It like the mouth, you can move the eyes. That's what the remote is. But
Yeah.
I'm like, where the fuck is the aerial? It's in the photo, from the thing, and I don't have 9-volt batteries.
Oh,
And which
That thing operates
Yeah.
on 9-volt batteries, huh?
yeah, well, it's also got a power supply, which was, I mean, this God, I hope it works.
Where the hell did you? I mean,
And why?
Where did that even come
the
from?
background of that. Like, why would you?
Yeah, I've never seen
Why
that
is this
before.
a gift?
All right. Okay. So my son.
There's got to be a
lives-
story behind this.
Quite a bit of chin hair going on there.
Dave always has a story.
If you don't have a story for
I
us,
know
we're gonna
that.
start filling
Yeah,
in the blanks.
and
This
yeah.
monkey also.
And now y'all have
Sure.
painted it for him in a big way. Like, here's
Yeah.
this gift I'm going to give
So-
my son after all the,
So my son lives for everything animatronic. So on Facebook Marketplace, some woman about a mile away from me had this listed with the remote for $40. And I'm like, sold. I'll pick it up tomorrow. So then I got a message about 5 hours later, said, sorry, my son's not ready to part with it. And I'm like, oh, Christ. So I start looking up on eBay, and this thing was made by Sharper Image in, let's say, circa 2005. And it was, I think, MSRP was $4.99 or something.
Holy shit!
But, so with the remote, you have full motion control of the eyes, the mouth. You can make it look up, look down, and it's also got motion sensors, nose, right there, which you just wave and it'll start like moving its mouth.
So is that how you lost your virginity? Or
But I mean, it's heavy as fuck right now.
It would have to.
But it's bugging me because I just don't know the remote does not have the aerial in it, which is there's a hole which you screw it
Underneath, isn't it the antenna? What is that?
Oh, yes, it's right there.
It's just like
No comment.
It's like clicked into a holder
Yay.
down there.
All right, Dave, you owe me one.
I'm very happy with that.
From 3,000 miles away, it was figured out.
Motherfucker. Yeah, I'm gonna be like, where's the fucking antenna?
So now
the remote, jackass.
you gotta let me borrow your monkey on Fridays and Sundays.
Oh boy.
That's mock time.
All right,
Yes.
thank you, Mark.
This will be our little secret.
Like I paid this.
Mock's all putting lipstick on it. Putting eyeliner and makeup.
Buying dresses.
It reminds me of the gremlin
Mock's
and
real doll.
Yeah.
it's like the female gremlin in Gremlins 2 with all the heavy lipstick on.
Put
Come on, you
highlights
guys
in
got to
the
admit that's
hair.
fucking cool.
That's fucking
Yeah,
awesome,
no,
Dave.
that is
Despite all their jokes.
Yes.
And it's really cool that your son's all into animatronics. That's awesome.
I know this was like the gift, and I'm like,
Yeah.
there was one that was like new old stock. The guy wanted $265. I got him down to $175.
Dave.
But then plus shipping, I'm like, fuck it.
Dave, I gotta admit, I'm a little disappointed. Why didn't you just buy out the last set of Showbiz Pizza?
Right. Yeah. Our own.
At your local.
Yeah, because that guy in Rockefeller
choice.
Explosion, he sold them back to them. He couldn't hang on to them.
That's depressing.
I can't wait to see this thing work.
Need another documentary.
I'll do a video tomorrow. And
I
I'll
do. That's super sad.
I know.
Oh yeah, the Chris guy. No, he had a.
What
The
happened?
Rockefeller implosion.
What happened?
That's a sequel. Yeah.
That's the sequel name.
Yeah, no. So yeah, the guy in that.
He drank a little too much Mountain Dew, and the last of his teeth came out.
Does he still whisk it around in his mouth like mouthwash?
Yeah. Well, he lost all his teeth, so in order to pay for new teeth, he had to sell them back to.
Oh, that's sad.
There you go, Dave.
Oh, wait, slowly, slow down, Dave. Slow. Ooh.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Insert it. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Rotate
Oh,
it.
you got it in
Rotate
there
it.
just right, huh?
It's so funny.
Oh my God.
We're gonna make a monkey porn.
Yes.
Oh, that's so gross.
It does a ton of shit.
Dave got a new game
Monkey's
this week.
creepy the fuck out.
It's
Ugh.
Come On Monkey.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
there you go. Nice.
Yeah, that controller's got more buttons than the Atari 5200.
Yes.
Come on, monkey. Mat that hair.
Oh, great. I needed some hair gel.
Yes.
Oh my God. I have a heart attack. Now we got to get the rest of the body.
She has that like uncomfortable smile on her face, like, yeah, I had fun last night. Okay, well, I got your number. I'll give you a call sometime. Okay, bye.
She's gritting her teeth like a champ.
Dave, you should order a real doll and cut its head off and replace it with a monkey head.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
Pull a bunch of pranks.
Dude, it's
Or
kind
just-
of freaking me out just looking at it.
Just go ahead and duct tape a fleshlight to the bottom.
Dude, you know that after Dave, you
We're all
know
thinking the
after
same
the
thing.
show, put those batteries in.
He
You're gonna
said
be
it
duct
makes
tape
it even
playing
better.
with that all.
Fancy.
I don't have any 9-volt batteries. I have one. I think
crying.
it's a 9.
Most flashlights need at least 2 C
nine.
cells.
Dave, just come clean. It's not for your kid.
999.
Your fetish. You know, your
You should go to like Batteries Plus or something. Be like, what kind of batteries can I help you out with? 9999.
yeah.
Well, come on, you guys never expected me to pull out that fucking head.
Never in a million years.
No, actually, that
Oh, maybe a different head, but not that head.
I want to see it. I want to see it work though. Get it working and bring it on the show again.
I will. Obviously, I will.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Unless he drops it the day one.
He'll be pulling a head later for sure.
Yeah, how's Dorito doing?
Come on now.
Not all puffed up.
Oh,
and
yeah, Dorito.
terrifying. Is Dorito doing okay?
Which, yeah, he's good. But this, I'm not gonna stop. Like, there's no fucking aerial, Dave. It's on the back of the remote. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What the fuck is it?
Dave,
here somewhere.
Dave, if your kid wants to get in animatronics, that's the channel for him.
Where are you? Over here.
It's going to be in both in 3-2 now.
I'm kind of afraid to look at what you put in there sometimes. Seabird.
It's clean. It's clean. It's relevant. It's
Yeah, that's
animatronics.
great channel. That's the Rocket Fire channel. So wait, so Seabart, what was the rest of that story about the guy from the documentary? Like, why did he have to sell him back?
Oh yeah.
It was. I heard pretty much the entire story, but it was due to personal reasons of financial loss.
Well,
did he work at,
him and his girlfriend started up their own showbiz pizza restaurant or whatever, and I'm guessing that failed terribly, and so
because they both know nothing about the restaurant business. So.
Oh, was that really true?
Well, I mean, they definitely
it's
started
all
the thing.
over. It's all on the
Alabama?
interwebs.
Well, when they open up the restaurant, that's in the documentary. Or they open up their thing. It's in there.
I thought that was in a restaurant. It was just a place to have your birthday parties.
It didn't last too long. It's in our internal chat there. Spelt wrong, but that's the big reason. And he is no shirts left.
No shirts left.
Damn.
And no teeth left.
Well, that's super sad. I mean, what an amazing
He spent
dream.
a lot of money
He got too much
restoring those,
Evo rights
and he had to
for
sell
some
them back.
reason.
It was only what he could do.
Wow, and
You're
was
talking
that,
about the guy from Alabama who had it in the
Yes.
yeah, the one in the documentary.
Yeah.
So
Mountain Dew addict.
Yeah, the Mountain Dew dude.
Yeah.
That was the best part.
Yeah.
Rushes wishes it around his mouth like Listerine, and then
Oh my.
He
gargle it,
brush
like,
his teeth with it.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
It's in every. It's in every
He
shot
doesn't
with
drink.
him.
He doesn't drink coffee. He doesn't drink beer. He doesn't drink water. He only drinks
Mountain.
He doesn't smoke. His only vice in life is Mountain Dew, and
That's like
you know
the
what?
Idiocracy movie.
He spent.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Oh yeah, that's right. But
Brondo. Yes.
Yeah.
They were like
It's
watering
what-
their plants with
it's
Gatorade,
what-
basically.
It's what plants crave.
Yes.
Electrolytes.
Water,
Yes.
like in the toilet. Yeah.
Yes,
Oh my God! I
you're
fucking
right.
love that movie.
Yeah, that movie's funny.
But anyway, it's yeah. So it was one of those, and the man is metaphorically shirtless for that same reason. So
bummer.
So yeah, he had.
I mean, it's not a secret, right? I mean,
It was on Wikipedia and shit. I think
if
that's where me and
that
Carrie learned
actual
about it.
reason was that I put in chat, spelt horribly, was in Wikipedia, then maybe it's not. But.
Yeah. So.
Well, when we were in Hawaii, where we watched Rockfire Explosion, and then we were like, "Huh, I wonder what's going on now," and we like Googled it, and then that all came up that he had sold him back, and
I like he used to post his own custom program.
He used to program his own shows. Yeah.
Yeah, his own shows. I thought that was amazing.
Really cool.
Super cool.
It was really well done.
Wait,
He has
so
about
he
3 or
sold
4
them back
shows.
to Aaron Fector? Is what you're saying? He just
Yeah,
sold them back?
Fletcher. Yeah, he had to send him back. The only person that we could could.
Well, there was
afford
one year
to
at
take 'em back.
CAX, the guy.
What they worth?
The guy who
Yeah.
owns
Well,
Vector Volcano.
Chris restored most of them.
Well, sorry, Gak, I didn't want to interrupt, but like,
problem.
so, I mean, what was the show worth? Like, what did they go for?
I have no
guess,
idea,
I
but
would
it was a
venture to
lot.
guess I'd venture to guess about 30 G's.
Yeah, 30,000.
That's what I was thinking in the movie.
Between 20 and 30 seems about right. Yeah.
Sounds about there.
Because
that came with everything. He got all of the animatronics and a bunch of the prosthetics or whatever, and then the computer and all that whole platform.
The driver board and the control network.
Yep.
Or sorry, driver system, which is basically a
Apple II
matrix printer but digital, is the best way I can explain it, because it's the cabinet that does all the program control. So the same technology that was in the player pianos is what used to operate.
Like the little punch things.
Yeah.
I heard they ran on tape cassettes.
I think Dave's presented, by the way. We should.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
The tape cassettes
I like
like data tape cassettes, kind of like they used to have back in the day of old computers. That's
so the
dance for me.
How they, how Aaron and his engineers figured out. Actually, it was Aaron. The old player pianos where you would have the reels in the center and it would push down on the keys. He used that same idea, that same analog control system to make it work, because it had 32 channels, and that's what you needed for all the animatronics.
Wow, so 32 channels. So that's like extend
per
an arm or pull an arm.
Yeah. So arm raise, arm down, elbow up, elbow down, head tilt left, right, up, down.
And there's only
movements.
32 controls for the entire show?
Per character.
Per character. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
So
yeah, 32 channels doesn't seem like enough for the whole show.
No. That's what per one character is 32. Okay. And so I'm one of his premium subscribers because I'm a moron. And went, you know what? This is good shit.
But they're not literally
awesome.
Physical paper reels.
No.
It's all digital.
It's all digital and controlled through analog relays.
Right. Okay.
And then it goes down to the board, air manifolds, and then goes up into the character.
Yeah.
So I used to have a girlfriend that worked at a Chuck E. Cheese, and when she said
Project Unification,
she used to get tapes. Like every month or so, they had new ones that would come in, and they would just take the cassette tape out and went in, and that reprogrammed the whole show.
So that tape was the show.
It was the show. It's the audio, and it controlled the robot. Correct. So it was both.
It had the data and the audio on it. Interesting.
Wow. Yeah. So it's the same thing again as the player pianos. Is one half of the track would be the keys moving up and down, and the other half would be the audio.
That's like Teddy Ruxpin. Wasn't Teddy Ruxpin the same way?
Yes.
Yeah. Very
same
much
idea.
smaller, but yes, same thing.
Yeah.
Same concept, same technology.
Yep. But it was also like a plain old audio cassette, which is the reason why you couldn't put like a regular audio cassette into Teddy Ruxpin and have him actually talk.
Yeah.
People in our chat know what Teddy Ruxpin is.
So I was going to say it was probably 5-ish years ago at CAX. They had a Rockfire set up there. And the guy who owns Vector Volcano up in Oregon, I can't remember his name right now. Brett?
It starts with a T. It's going to bug me.
Anyways, he was the one who like programmed them, and they had him playing like more modern music. They had this little side room set up in the middle of CAX, basically. They had the whole, like they were restored enough to where they would function, but like the fur or whatever looked all aged. They didn't replace all that,
They made them look good, and that's when you have like horrible things going.
Yes, like flesh hanging off a zombie or something. Yeah, it looked kind of like that. Yeah,
pretty much
like that. Yeah.
Well, in the documentary, the guy would actually go and he actually refurbed the whole thing, didn't he?
Right.
Andrew? Yeah.
Refurbed.
No, refurbed as
refurbied. Yeah.
He was just selling
refurried it.
It not refurby. Furby is something else.
How many of those shows are actually still?
I had Tamagotchi.
I mean, he's got to know Aaron Defector because everyone's got to contact him. Like, I have a show. Like, is there 10 in the United States? Is there 20? Is there? Because they don't have converted the check.
Also, some guy on Facebook, actually on one of the Arcade Worldwide Facebook group, actually found one in a storage unit.
Oh, I saw that picture where they're all de-skinned.
Yeah, the furs were in the box, but he has been put in touch with Aaron, and we're going to be working on it.
That's cool.
I'd have to go back in my emails.
Storage Wars.
Yeah, that's cool. That's awesome.
Except it wasn't one of those fake TV shows. Storage War things. It was an
They
actual.
pepper it.
Did anybody listen to what you guys?
Oh, this box here is worth $2,000.
Arcade Radio.
A bag of dead socks.
And they had Arcade Fector.
They have
Aaron Fector.
Aaron.
And he said there was one of his things with the stores where they're moving a show. And then they had him on last year, and he goes, "It's just getting to that 5-year gag order point where you could talk about like the
stuff,
shipping wars."
Yes, and then it was supposed to be in November, and I was hoping Arcade Radio was going to have him because they said we're going to have you on again when that's over, so he could talk about. Because he goes, "I can't really talk about it, but the gag year order's almost done." Talk about
Dave. That was shipping wars, not storage wars.
Sorry, shipping wars. Yes.
Shipping war. I remember that show. Yeah.
I happened to see it just by coincidence when they were. I wasn't just turned on the TV and they were shipping the rocket fire explosions, and then the of course for the camera. Oh, the Fats's coat's ripped because your thing shifted. Okay, well
she got a flat tire and it bought them an extra 5 minutes of airtime.
Yeah.
Did you guys see that article about Chuck E. Cheese though? That at the beginning of 2020, they're going to rip out all the animatronics out of all the locations, and they're going to replace. They're going to revamp certain areas. They're going to put in a disco dance floor interactive where when you're dancing, it lights up.
So a glorified DDR,
wow.
like Billie Jean.
Yeah,
Billie Jean, exactly.
She's
With
still
LEDs.
my
But no more animatronics. They're pulling them from all the locations. So that's the end of an era, and it's gone. Yeah.
So
I didn't even know animatronics still existed at any Chuck E. Cheese.
No, some of them still have them.
They still do, but they don't maintain them for crap.
They don't. And some of them just have
skeletons.
Chuck E. Cheese and nobody else.
Yeah.
He's only waist up that you can see, and he's hiding inside like a part of the stage.
Well,
like
shit, Dave should sell his fucking gorilla to Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, there you go.
Way better off.
Pretty much the same thing.
Chimpanzee.
Or you start dumpster diving at fucking Chuck E. Cheese. And
Yeah,
then you come out with a fucking character.
Yeah, now there's a Christmas idea.
Yeah.
So
I've seen threads where people talk about that, like Chuck E. Cheese. They don't resell anything. They basically dumbster it all.
I thought they used to destroy everything.
Well, they first they go into dumpsters out back, and then they get destroyed.
But
So
it's
if
a
you
pain to
catch it at the
destroy
right
it 'cause it's
time,
metal and shit.
You can grab them out of the dumpster.
It's like
which
my
is stealing.
college days of dumpster diving. Just kidding.
Yes, we all know you're a starving college student, Jim. We know.
Yeah.
Still am. No, what? No.
Graduated 8 years ago.
So the animatronics, that Chuck E. Cheese are getting rid of. Most of those are still the original Rockafire bodies.
Yeah.
They just put new skins.
I think it was Mitzi.
They're arcade bodies.
Mitzi is the bird with the purple on it. Chucky is now, or used to be, Ralph the wolf. But they took off Earl off of the arm there, the puppet.
Mm-hmm.
And they took him off and gave him an arm. And now that became Chucky.
Chucky.
It's cool stuff. Yeah, that's
take out the AA batteries and throw them in the fire. Oh wait, that didn't work either.
Yeah. I'll get you, you fucking bitch.
There we go.
The big reveal of the first movie. The suspense was great.
Oilers.
I love Child's Play. I like any movie that has a killer little inanimate object, whether it's puppets, dolls,
monkeys,
robots, monkeys.
You crazy bitch.
Yeah. Yeah. God, that discovery was like the best part of that whole damn job I had.
Put a crown on it. You king that one.
Yeah. Get away from me, crazy bitch. Yeah. It was like every 19th time or something. It was, yeah. God, that was funny when I worked for Hasbro for that brief period of time. Walking in through Targets and
we all had shitty days.
And that was an entertaining job because there was nothing to it. You're basically, you'd walk in and make sure the Hasbro stuff was properly stocked on the shelves. And so you'd walk through Walmarts and Targets and Toys R Us's and whatever. And that was your day. I'd walk with one of my best filmmaking buddies, who at the time he was like one of their big dogs. And so like he made really good money. I was just looking for a temporary job, and like we just walked through the stores together and like, oh, we might have to throw a few more things on this shelf or put this Transformers display up. But that was it.
Okay, you crazy bitch.
Yeah. Okay. That's what it was. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Found it.
I remember there was someone else walking in the aisle that day. I was like, some other woman, like she looked like she was a mother of like a couple kids or whatever, walking through the aisle, and me and John are just fucking laughing because we just like we're like, oh, here's another one, because we had finally figured out what it was actually saying, and we had walked by, we had triggered it, and we were doing this at other stores where we knew that okay, the next time someone walks by this motion sensor, it's going to trigger it, and so we'd go past it enough times that the next time someone walked by, I would do it. So we'd watch and see the reaction if they'd pick up on it. And one time we were just laughing, and this woman comes by and she's like, what's so funny? And we're like, well, okay, hang on a second. All right, what? All right, move past this. And she picked up on it right away. And she's like, oh my God. Is that what I think it's saying? Yeah. It wasn't too long after that they recalled most of them. But it was triplets, three baby heads, 3 baby dolls. Yeah. Saying crazy bitch. Like some people had some fun.
Is that for real that she's saying crazy bitch?
Oh, it's so crystal clear.
It sounds like it. I'm watching the video.
You can't
weird.
miss it. Yeah.
It's at the end of it.
They do like 8 or 9 different things, and then that's one of them.
So that video, it's the second time the doll speaks.
Yeah, it's like 11 seconds in.
Yeah.
That's weird. It sounds like a kid's voice too.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, you crazy bitch.
Yeah. Weird.
Okay, you crazy bitch.
Yeah.
What was it supposed to be saying? Or what do they sell it as being? Yeah.
Well,
right.
they said multiple, like a bunch of different things. So I don't know what, they just kind of snuck that in there, I guess. Probably someone was getting fired or they were on their way out.
Mm-hmm. It's like the big cock on the Little Mermaid poster.
Oh yeah, some of the Disney stuff.
No.
Was definitely
You guys know about that?
There's a bunch of Disney.
Little
crap
Mermaid.
Like that.
So the guy was being fired. It was his last job. And this contractor was up in there firing everybody in his department. And so he was like, oh yeah, well fuck you. And it went on the movie poster and on the clamshell VHS tape.
Yep, the VHS one.
So I'll show you a little.
I remember one movie had something that formed into text in the sky that said like sex or something.
Yeah,
like
that was Lion King.
Lion King.
Yep. And I definitely saw that on the VHS that I had of that.
I might have both of those.
It's subtle in the end, but like it seems a little bit too deliberate.
Yeah.
Like the S and the E like are really obvious, and like it's weird, like they kind of fade away, and then the X comes in like it's 2 little things. So it's not like it's like, oh, you look at it and go, oh,
it's not like it's like, oh, here, because it had
Yeah.
to be subtle or a little
super
subtle. Yeah.
As
All right,
opposed to
I
this
found a good one.
Little Mermaid one is like, oh my God.
All right, I posted in the IRC chat, and it has it outlined.
Yeah, that's the shot.
That's not like a big cock.
But they didn't highlight the ball.
Yeah, there's balls to it too. Look,
If you look
Dave from
balls to
Buffalo.
it, so just below the red square there, the highlight, there's clearly
Dave
nuts.
Oh, he's leaving.
He's going to piss on his barbecue.
And then the hand is just ready to grab him. And pick your poison, the purple one or the one on the left.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Over it.
Even looks like there's a penis hole at the top.
Oh jeez.
If you really want to get into,
I mean, it totally looks like a dick. It's funny.
Oh, that's
Holy crap! Buffett
it's got the right lip.
Yeah.
What's that, Andrew?
Guys,
it's asymmetrical.
Buffett's
So
here.
it's like, oh, well, clean up your language.
They stole that artwork from Scramble, the arcade game.
If Buffett's here, then I'm going to say this.
Another Festivus miracle.
I've been here for a long time.
He has.
He's been here for the whole show, actually. He's just, no. Nobody puts
Fighting.
Buffett in the
Dave,
corner.
I've been here since we were talking about his monkey.
Oh, that was so funny. I was in tears in parts of
You
that.
subtle fucker.
Buffett, I'm still working on the Geo 7. I'm hoping to find the problem.
All right, I just
I
fixed
don't
a
know.
troublesome one today.
No, let's put it this way.
Hey,
if I can't find
you
out
know-
why, it's coming straight to you.
All right.
I got.
Yeah,
No,
Dave
I thought you
needs-
were gonna send it straight to Gak.
Oh yeah, I'm going to send a monitor chassis. Sorry,
Screw Buffett. You want your shit
chassis.
fixed, you send it to me. You know, I'm like the guru.
Oh yeah, you're this. I can't even finish that.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say to that.
Send it to
You're-
Gak. He'll send it to me and charge you twice as much.
Yeah, perfect.
There you go. And then everyone
Marketing. Gotcha.
Exactly. Yeah.
wins. I like letting that go.
So
Leave
Buffett,
it on the doorstep and get the hell out of here.
Buffett, this being the Christmas episode, where's Helicopter Jesus?
Somewhere between
Flying over my head.
He needs to wish us, I don't know,
somewhere
good
between
cheer
New
or something.
Hampshire and the West Coast. I have no idea.
So he's still
Traveling the country.
he's
Somewhere in
trying.
the US.
He's trying to find his Boonga Booga again, isn't he?
As far as I
All
know,
over the
I haven't
world.
seen-
Hey, if
Travel
Gak
the
was able to
globe.
find "Come On Baby," he can find
Yes,
Boonga Boonga.
absolutely. Miracles can happen.
I haven't seen talked to him since March.
A Festivus for the rest of us.
You haven't seen him since March?
I haven't seen or talked to him since March.
Oh.
No.
Helicopter Jesus, where are you?
I know.
That's right. It's almost your
He's
birthday.
out hella
It's
chopping.
almost your
Why
birthday.
am I such a misfit?
I'm just not a
So he's been
wit.
Shit.
He's
You
supposed
can't
to
fire
be
me.
probably the
I quit.
I don't know.
Since I don't fit.
He's
I
been
love
he's
that
so
movie.
he's been like missing
Let's
since
be
Easter. Is that what you're
independent
saying?
together.
Yeah,
Naked.
I was trying to think of the freaking the holiday. Like,
Easter,
missing
Easter.
since April-ish. I can't remember the holiday.
Hallelujah. Holy shit.
This calls for another bug.
He'll be
Somebody forgot to
reborn
vote
here in a
for
couple
phone
more
number.
weeks.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
He'll come around.
All right, guys, I'm gonna rock
Yeah.
out. I'm
I think it's
tired.
time
I think
to
it's
stop.
good time.
All right, should we call it?
All right. Well,
All right,
awesome
well.
video as always, guys.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank
And,
you for the hard
Merry
work.
Christmas,
Carrie.
Happy
Let's
New
let
Year.
the-
It'll be on YouTube tomorrow in all its non-choppiness glory. So
Yay.
I still got the
And-
point, but guys, seriously, Carrie,
Yes, good
Oh,
job.
thank you.
beautiful
Amazing.
singing
Great
once again,
job.
Jimbo. Well, Jimbo and Carrie, that bar did actually go
I
up.
know, right? Yeah.
Nice.
Oh
great.
yay!
Yay.
We retired now. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
And thanks, thanks
you
to
can't
everybody
retire,
in
you have to keep
Leave
doing
on
this
top.
until you're 65.
and thanks to everybody in chat for joining us and watching us and
Yeah.
having fun with us
Merry
throughout the year.
Christmas.
And Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to you
Yeah.
and your family.
And
Yeah, well-
so long. Farewell.
Oh no,
right.
we
Until
can do better than that.
Having a
We'll be
show
back in
till
2020.
January, right?
Yeah, because we have Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve.
Yeah, New Year's.
Are we gonna get booted from YouTube for that?
What the hell did you
Nah,
do?
you can kick it. You can go.
Boot to the head.
Here, I'll skip this.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Happy Christmas, all.
All right.
Merry Christmas.
Everybody, happy holidays, Merry
Happy
Christmas.
New Year.